Pharma Brands radio station.
Yes. It is Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. We're freaking everywhere. I am Chris Carlin. He is Bart Scott out at the Jets facility today. Good morning.
Bad morning.
Why? Did the Pistons lose?
Oh, well, the Pistons are still in first place.
Why is it a bad morning? I thought maybe Detroit lost.
Because remember last week how much I was talking about how good the food was for breakfast?
At the Jets facility?
Yeah, we had the
You're
stuff
going to kill them right now while you're doing the show out there.
We had the stuff that they had at the Matrix. It was just the slop, the porridge.
Really?
Losers don't get bacon. Losers don't get bacon, man. Come on, son. Amazing. It was all going so well. Of course, people would think, Bart, why are you so upset?
My headphones fell off there because that was so funny.
Why are you so upset that you guys lost, man? You're really taking this loss hard. Because bacon wasn't. I ain't had bacon. I ain't had the good stuff.
You know what? You know what? Maybe that was something that needed to be said. Maybe that was something that needed to get across. Maybe there were some people around last week who, felt pretty good about getting a win and finding their third of the year, whatever it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just so deflating, man, that you – it's like –
Losers don't get bacon.
It's like nothing that good ever happens to us, man. We lose and we drop. The Giants have a week off and they go to first. What in the hell type of world is this? We lost. But, I guess. But I tell you what.
What plays were you breaking down this morning for the podcast?
Oh, man, it was tough. It was
How long did it take to pick them?
It was only one on the board. It was like, let's break the opponent down. So I mean, yeah. we did the one sack.
You know what we do? You know what we call that, Bart? We call it spinning it forward. We can talk about the issue, but let's spin it forward.
Yeah, I broke down one play with Quincy. They ran like this stunt where he lined up over the center, and they slanted. And he got underneath. He got the sack and did the all you can. Yeah, that was the only play we had to pick from. The rest of it was a straight up ass kicking, a physical smack in the face. But in breaking down Jacksonville's tape, man, Cohen got him playing. I know he might have said Duval. He got Duval playing well on offense, man.
Yeah, listen, they have figured it out.
Travis Etienne.
Bart, I always felt like even after people had lost faith in that guy, if you go back a few years and you look at what his productivity has been, he's a really good player that gets underutilized. He really is.
Etienne,
yeah.
He was in a doghouse for some reason. Who was the coach before this?
Doug Peterson?
Yeah, Doug Peterson. He was in a doghouse with him.
Yeah.
Like, he's been unleashed. Remember, at the beginning of the year, he was like one of the hottest running backs in all of football. He kind of cooled off, but he's back, man. I mean, listen, this is a different type of run game, too. Like, last week, it was all smoke and mirrors, shift, motion. Man, these dudes pull everybody. If somebody's uncovered, they pulling their ass, and you got to deal with them.
Okay.
Duval.
So it's Tuesday. I don't think we need to start previewing Jets-Jacksonville quite yet. I don't think that's how we're going to begin the show.
You asked me what I broke down. I broke down that, man, we could be in trouble. And guess what? I'm over here. I'm trying to listen to keep my ears to the streets. And I don't know who the quarterback is, bruh.
They may not know who the quarterback is. Like, how would you know now?
It's so
why isn't Phillip Rivers getting on a plane and going to New York instead of Indianapolis?
For real. Like, how could you
probably because he wants to win, but still.
This dude has grandchildren. He'll be the first grandpa to actually play.
He literally has grandchildren at 44 years old.
Well, he started early, man. You talk about people don't give him the Cromartie
award?
They don't give him the Cromartie respect. You know what I mean? He don't get all the attention because he is by one woman. God bless her. God bless her.
Even so, somebody should still make that dude go run through all the names.
At nine, listen, I call my kids by the other kid name all the time, and I only got 3. You know what I'm saying?
My mom used to do that. She had 6. The amount of time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been called Chris since 1987.
Listen, like at this point, man, like if when his wife had babies, like the last 3 probably just came out. It wasn't no push. It just, I'm here. I just followed the yellow brick road. Caroline, come to the light.
That's what Rick said to me a few weeks ago. I'm sitting here after my mom had 6. He said, "What did you do? Walk out?"
Bro,
and I said, and to which I said to Rick, "Thanks, I appreciate that about my dead mother."
bro, at 9, man, that means, man, that means like at least 15 or 16 years of her life she's been pregnant or giving birth.
That's unbelievable.
You talk about going right back in. As soon as that 6 weeks is up, he right in there, shooting up the club again.
Well, I don't know why that's the deal, but like my parents, now this was more back in the day kind of thing.
Yeah.
They had 5 in 6.5 years. Like it was every New Year's Eve they were at it. Like, what are we doing? Shut it down. Like you had just a month ago, just gave it up.
Dad was an addict.
Or, like they're living up to some social standard or something. Like, what are you trying to prove?
Hey,
seriously,
listen, I forgot it's
was I really? And I told you I was not in the plans. But was I really necessary at the end? I mean, 8 years later, after all that.
Well, we're glad to have you, Chris.
Well, I appreciate that.
Man,
but I appreciate that. I don't know if I told you this. I probably told you this. Last year, when she could still find the fastball every once in a while.
Yeah.
And last year, I went to visit her in July. She passed away in September at 91. But I went to visit her. She was out in the Midwest last July, and it was the last time I saw her. And it was one of the last things I asked her when she kind of clearly had it for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, let me ask you something. When Dad found out that you were pregnant, how pissed was he?" And she said, "Your father was fine. I was livid."
Yeah. She's like, I got to want to do all the work. Carry this heavy head ass baby.
What's he being pissed off for?
Got to carry this heavy head ass baby.
You see that head on that ultrasound? That's coming out of me? No. Start the C-section now.
They was like, is that the body? Like, no, that's just the head. Let me rotate the 3D image up, even though they had the 2D image, because back in the day they had the 3D.
This is quite the way to start the show at 800.
I mean, that's where we at.
Well, yeah, but I've got a few things for you that we need to get into.
Okay.
800-919-3776. No, it's not even serious. The Giannis stuff. This is really going to start picking up some more traction. So if you start to pay attention to what's going on here, I firmly believe that it was no accident that you have Giannis last week go and erase all of his Bucks mentions on his social media and changes his profile to NBA athlete. Then 2 days later, Shams reports that Giannis and his representatives are starting to have discussions about where all of this is headed and what his future is, how his future is best served. And then Giannis all of a sudden comes up lame in a game. Yeah. And I don't want to cast aspersions, but it was pretty well timed if you're trying to get moved and trying to prove a point, and all of a sudden, my arm, it's broken. Yeah. And you're kind of shaking it all over the place, right?
I'll just shut it down.
So with all of that happening, the talk comes more and more about the Knicks being involved here and the Knicks being the desired destination. But what about other teams like the Miami Heat? So now there's talk about the Miami Heat being involved on Ja Morant and wanting to go down that road.
Oh, he's special.
Now
that could be something.
It could be something, but Bart, let's talk about this for a second. If you look at the history of the Miami Heat over the last several years, they have been trying to land the big fish for a long time, and they haven't been able to do it.
Dame Lillard.
If we're talking about the Heat ending up getting Ja Morant, what are we even worried about with the Knicks? The Knicks can continue to slow play this and sit in the catbird seat on this whole deal. And that, to me, is an amazing spot to be in. We might might disagree on what the actual assets are going to be that go back to Milwaukee. But if you start to involve a third team and maybe get some picks involved there, the Knicks do not need to sweat so hard about getting this done. They don't need to turn this into a give everything over for Carmelo type deal.
You know why the Knicks get nervous? They get nervous because they feel like somebody's going to step ahead of them and get it before. Because even though Giannis says, hey, I want to go to New York, I want to be in that market, we do understand that the only other team that has a global impact is the Spurs. So the Spurs have a global impact as well, and they have the assets. So you get nervous because the idea of the Greek Freak playing with the Slender Man is what he calls himself. He dressed up as Slender Man one time.
Yeah.
And if he thinks he can go win titles there, at this point, is the Spurs a legacy type of place? I think. Well,
but let's talk about that because if you come to the Knicks and you do it.
Yes,
and I've said
true.
this about a lot of people. This does so much more for your legacy.
Oh, of course.
So much more for your legacy as a player.
Listen, 1,000%.
Why would you do if you're just trying to get the easy way, you would be wanting to get to San Antonio?
Because I think if you do it with the Knicks, you're going to have to get 3 or 4 teams involved. That's complicated.
Yeah, it is complicated.
That's complicated. Now, the only people that may say hell no because the Greek Freak and, the Greek Freak and Giannis together is something that can dethrone OKC. OKC has a bunch of picks. OKC may jump on and say, hey, we can work this out because we got the picks. Just give us this. Because I don't think, they have the assets to get Giannis, but they don't want to break up this young core. They love their team, and why would they do it? They got the best record possibly in the history of basketball. But they may decide to jump in, and that's what I would be selling them. If I'm Leon Rose and the guys, do you want to see Giannis with San Antonio? You want to go through that in the West?
No.
So if I'm them, I'm talking to OKC. Hey man, help us out. Y'all got more picks than anybody. Mm-hmm. Like, help us out. Help us out.
You know what?
We'll
That's a hell of a point. That's a hell of a point by you. Now, that's only if you're really, truly worried about that. But if Giannis is making it clear, I'm not going anywhere else but New York, this has got to be made to work at some point. Now, I don't think you operate in good faith to try to help them, but still.
Yeah, but listen, see, OKC they're helping themselves by helping the Knicks.
No,
right?
I know, but if there's not the threat of San Antonio, then OKC's impetus to help is not necessarily there.
Right. But you have to know, they give them fits when they play each other. You give them a top 5 player, that could be enough. Like Wemby, because De'Aaron Fox, you would have to find a place for De'Aaron Fox. So that would be my greatest threat. And the Knicks want to do it now but also what are you giving up? You see what I'm saying?
All right, so let's go down this road. Now, in an ideal world, it's Towns, and then you figure out some picks or something, okay?
But you got to get the pick. You got to get the picks from them. So maybe you have to send some. So maybe you have to send a player or two to OKC.
As I said, in an ideal world,
or San Antonio or Milwaukee sending some players to OKC. Maybe they need a big man. They want another big man. They need Bobby Portis or something like that.
One thing we have seen in the league over the last several years is that even if you do have the big two, you still need to have a good amount of depth behind it. You have to have more to work with just in terms of the role players, just in terms of the other guys, because they do matter. They do matter. So if that's the case, you're starting to look at OG, you're looking at Josh Hart, you're looking at Bridges, and you're asking the question, what can I actually afford to do? Can I actually take all 3 and ship them away in a deal and still have Towns playing with Giannis and Brunson? To me, the answer to that is no. But what I can do is I can take 2 of those guys and I can put them with somebody else and some picks. And it's not that I don't want to give up more. It's like logistically, I just think at that point, all right, I've got 3 big stars on the team, but what else do I have?
Yeah.
Like, do I even have the guys to support them?
Yeah.
behind them. Like we're still here complaining about the fact that the Brunson backup situation is not what it needs to be, and that Malcolm Brogdon really did hurt them with that decision.
Yeah, correct.
So I guess I put it to you, like, if you're going to ask me which one I'd give up first, it would be Hart. And, like, if you're going to tell me it's Hart and Bridges or Hart and Anunoby, I'm good. Let's go.
See, but you got to give up Hart and Anunoby, but then you probably
and you have to work in a third team, and you have to work in other pieces.
Exactly.
Then the deal gets exceptionally complicated.
Yeah, because the Knicks, the Spurs can throw in Dylan Harper. And
they ain't throwing in Dylan Harper right now. I think they'd throw in Castle more likely.
Nobody's going to take De'Aaron Fox.
No, I know that, but maybe Stephon Castle from last year. Remember the guy's rookie of the year at point guard, and then all of a sudden they take Dylan. I don't think they're taking Dylan Harper or trading him away.
But if you want Giannis, it's got to hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
like we saw LeBron give up Wiggins. For Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Love.
Kevin Love.
Right. So LeBron gave up in a heartbeat. So it's got to hurt a little bit for you to win a championship, go on a run for the next 2, 3, 4 years before Dylan Harper kind of discovers who he is and his superpowers.
Yeah, listen, I think that they're all pretty high on him right now, though. Like there was a report the other day.
Him.
Yeah, there was a report the other day about what not Duncan, but one of those Spurs was saying, to Wemby about that combination and what that could be between the two of them. So,
but Giannis is 5 years with Wemby,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You have to ask yourself, like, Giannis is arguably, outside of Luka being traded and Shea Gilly being traded, this is the biggest trade in basketball. I can't imagine anybody else being moved. Even Anthony Edwards isn't as big as Giannis being moved. He's top 5 in the league.
Absolutely. Listen, and top 5 and globally an amazing player. Globally, like global presence you were talking about earlier. That's why New York is going to happen. I fully believe that's going to happen. And this is why we could talk about, what the Bucks want. And the Bucks are starting to try to get out there. The Knicks don't really have the pieces that we want. Like, you're starting to hear those kind of stories pop out from insiders. The Knicks really don't have enough. And whether or not they're trying to get that across to Giannis, and Giannis is ticked about that, all roads are leading one place, and that's him here. Like he has all the power in all of this to say in the end, I'm not going to play in Miami. I'm not going to play somewhere else. Listen, if it's San Antonio, I probably would go there myself if I were him. I get that completely. But if Giannis is trying, this is really what amazes me. I would love to see the superstar like this guy who is dying to get here so that their legacy can be better than arguably anybody's in the NBA over the last 10 to 15 years. We could talk about LeBron if you want, but that's why if LeBron had come to New York at any point as opposed to going to the Lakers, it would have made an incredible difference in how people view him had they won a championship. I think LeBron would be viewed a whole lot differently in how in what his impact is in the game, and for the people that have who are the naysayers about him, because we all know there are haters out there on LeBron. They pointed to him going to Miami, and he took all the easy route with Wade and with Bosh, and then he went to L.A. to play with the Lakers. Oh, of course, you're going to go play with the Lakers after you went home and you won one for Cleveland. Well, and he's still not viewed the way he wants to be viewed. If he had actually taken some of that time in his prime and went to New York and won one here, it would have meant infinitely more.
Yeah, brought Anthony Davis there, but he wanted to be in Hollywood. So everything LeBron does is strategic. He wanted to be in Hollywood. Yep. All of a sudden, he released Space Jams. He released his House Party, right? So, that was part of his legacy, part of his global plan. But for me, it's ironic that in the summertime, I was saying, hey, let's not sign Bridges.
Yeah.
So just imagine 3 months later, you had 5 draft picks that you could have added And you still could have gave up Bridges because he would have been an expiring contract, and maybe threw in OG, and that would have been enough. You could have had Brunson, OG, and Cat, and five first-round draft picks. If Bridges went for 5 first-round draft picks, what the hell would Giannis go for?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a fair point. To me, that's why I don't want to call it a mistake, but it was a lot, and you had to pay the Brooklyn tax to get Bridges if you really felt like he was the last key component to it all. And it's so much more encouraging.
Could have had DiPietro and just stayed with DiPietro, especially if he was going to get rid of him.
No, I get it. And you needed somebody who was going to be more consistent shooting, and Bridges certainly wasn't that last year, but at least he's becoming the player this year that you hoped he would be. And here's the overall point. For the first time in a really long time, the Knicks are not in any sort of desperate situation to land that superstar. Like Miami is incredibly desperate to land that superstar. Pat Riley's north of 80. They're trying to get another one, and he can't get that last guy to come through the door. And now this one wants to be here. This is an amazing place to be. And yet somehow people are going to get caught up in what all the compensation is. I understand what the depth factor is, Bart. I can't let too much of this really do me in if I have the chance to get this guy.
It's going to take – I just want to know how. I just want to know how it's going to happen. I'm excited for it. I mean, it's ironic because the Knicks are second in the league right now. Behind, never mind. The Knicks are second in the league now, so it's good right now.
Yeah,
and this is the year where they could get it done, and it's going to be a lot easier. Like Allen, I was listening to Allen. It's a lot easier to get it done next year. So why not try and steal one this year, and then get Giannis next year?
Listen, I'm not going to worry about next year. Whenever this guy becomes available to me, I don't let that opportunity pass. If they are really close to making a deal to ship him away and it's with the Knicks, you have to close the deal. You don't have to. You can wait this out for a while. The pressure is not on you. But once you get to the doorstep, once you get onto the porch, you better be able to get in the door. That's all I'm saying. You better be able to close the deal on getting Giannis. Because for the Knicks, if you get Giannis here, Bart, you will end the drought.
I mean,
you will end the 50-year drought.
OKC is still formidable. That's the thing. I just don't see anybody beating that team because they're a team. And they go 8-9 deep. Giannis gives you a better chance. But, man, even with that being said, with Giannis, Brunson, and even Cat, that's a tall hill to climb.
It's an incredibly tall hill to climb. But I think you can. I think you can. I mean, this is why, yes, I want to get him here, but I'm going to be patient in doing it because I feel like I have the upper hand in this situation.
Yeah, Tom, the more and more Milwaukee loses, with him being a great competitor, the more frustrating it's going to be, right? And, right now, I mean, they're almost to the point of no return where it's a lost season anyway, where they almost got to shut it down. I mean, you get to what, February? When's the trade deadline up?
I believe it's February 6th. It's either the 4th or the 6th.
Yeah, you want to be done early. This would be the first big move. I forget when Luka was traded.
Oh, Luka was traded. Jeez, that was that felt like it was a good week before at least. I'm not positive, but I'll get the date. But it wasn't like right at the deadline, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
comes out of nowhere. Right now.
Go ahead.
Right now, the Bucks are 10th. They're not. It's not horrible. They're 10-15. It's not horrible.
Luka was traded on the 2nd of February last year, and February 5th is the deadline this year. So it was close to the deadline. Wasn't the actual deadline itself. All right, good talk.
No.
What do you got, brother? You're over there. I'm trying. What do we got?
No, pulling up the stats, man. Pulling up the stats. That's all.
So here's the deal. Is there a line? That's what I want to know from a Knick fan. Is there a line you will not cross? 800-919-3776. At this point, there's really only one line that you should not cross. While you need to maintain some depth, and while you can be patient in all of it, there's only one line you cannot cross, and we know what that is. It's Brunson. You don't think that would even be the thing?
Hell no.
Really?
There's nobody that can't go before Giannis.
800-919-3776. We'll get into it next. Get on board on the Giannis talk. We've got a lot more coming on the baseball. Steve Gelbs is going to join us from Orlando.
What?
That's right.
I got a surprise?
Yes, you do. He will join us at 11:45 today. Of course, he of SNY is down in Orlando at the winter meetings. It's getting awfully chippy. Carlos Mendoza answering back on Adam Ottavino's criticism recently of how he just destroyed the bullpen last year. All of it's there. It got a little chippy in the offseason. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776.
All the way over Barzell, score!
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Big delays in Queens on the LIE westbound by 58th Street. 2 right lanes are closed because of a crash going westbound. You're backed up from Junction Boulevard. Southbound Harlem River FDR Drive combo from the 130s all the way down to the 90s. It's backed up. In New Jersey, a couple of things. Route 1 southbound Parsonage Road in Edison. 2 lanes are closed. You're backed up from the Garden State Parkway. And an overturned vehicle on eastbound 80 by exit 62 for the Garden State Parkway. The ramp at Saddle River Road is a big mess. Coming in from New Jersey at the Holland Tunnel, still a mess from Route 1 and 9, 30 minutes plus, better from the Turnpike. GW Bridge and Lincoln Tunnel, they're all about 15 minutes. New Jersey Transit, 30-minute delays on train service in and out of New York's Penn Station because of Amtrak issues. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together during the Mazda More to Move You sales event. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for just $229 a month at Garden City Mazda.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. And, of course, over on YouTube, which is where you can be watching the show. And you should be watching the show. And you can chime in with your comments there. We've got some of the Giannis stuff this morning on the Knicks and the possibility of landing him, and, frankly, where the line is that you would draw and what you're willing to give up. So there are a couple of things here I want to come in to from the chat that's going on right now. Sports Guru, Giannis ain't winning no chip if they gut the team in New York to get him. Too many good teams in the league with too much depth. If that was the case, he wouldn't be asking for a trade. Wake the bleep up. He's asking for a trade because he has wanted out of Milwaukee for a while. Yeah, and he is just very much image conscious in all of it and has tried to soft shoe it up until this point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, remember a couple years ago when he held off signing the extension because he said he wanted to see if they could put together a competitive team. I mean, at this point, all his friends that was there, the guys that helped him get to the championship, Brook Lopez is gone, Dame Dollar is gone. And, I think that he was upset about that. And to fill those voids with Kyle Kuzma is like a slap in the face. And Miles Turner, nah. So, I think it was destined, when they tried. To me, Miles Turner was a desperation signing. I mean, good, yes. Not the right piece to go with Giannis, in my opinion.
Well, here's another one from Primo. Knicks just don't have the assets, don't want them to gut the team. Love to have him here, but the Bucks will ask for a whole lot. This is the point, though. There's going to be a point of no return for the Bucks, where your only option is going to be to trade him to the Knicks. And we see this in so many other instances in the NBA for guys who want out and want to go to a specific place and force the hand.
And at this point, I think that the Bucks would look at Giannis and say, job well done. We appreciate everything that you've done for us. You've been greater than we've ever thought or imagined that you could be when we drafted you as a skinny kid from Greece. We appreciate the championship and the consistency and professionalism. At some point, it's almost like when they got rid of Kevin Garnett with Minnesota. It was like, man, listen, we can't get it done here. We need you to go. And he was loyal. Remember, Kevin McHale had to convince him to leave. And it's not like KG was like at the height of his superpowers. Remember, KG in the run in Boston, lasted 3-4 years before maybe 5 before he was before he went to Brooklyn. So, I mean, Giannis is kind of at that same spot. Like, he's at that sweet spot where it's like maybe 5 more years of prime Giannis. You know what I mean? Before, he's not like he's still good, but he's not great.
Right. But I think if you don't do this now, you can wait it out a bit.
You can't.
But you have to.
I mean, but
do you think right now the Knicks just don't have the assets?
I don't think they have the assets, but I don't think it matters. I think Milwaukee would do what's best by Giannis because he's been such a good soldier, right? And the issue is they run the risk of getting nothing for him because he doesn't have to sign an extension. Then you get super desperate next year because he has 2 years before he has to sign an extension.
I believe that's correct.
Right. So if that's the case, you risk this ain't like football where you can just franchise tag him and say you ain't going nowhere. Like, you run the risk of losing him for absolutely nothing, and what a shame that would be.
Just to be clear on the Knicks draft pick situation as it is currently, that picks that they could trade, okay? They have their own unprotected in 2030 and 2032 first-rounders, and they have a conditional 2026 first-rounder from Washington that is top 8 protected, and it converts to second-rounders if not. Now, Washington's going to be in the top 8. I think we are pretty confident of that being the case. Are we not?
Yeah. I think we can. Would you say lock it in? I think we can lock that in.
Yeah, you could certainly lock that one in. But other than that, you do have 2 future first rounders that you could trade away that are, if you wanted to make them unprotected 5 years from now in 2030 and 2032. So there's something there to work with. 2032. Hey, listen, you know how this is. Sam Presti down in Oklahoma City, he's got draft picks in 2050 that he's still going to use.
That's why you ask him, hey, man, I give you some of these 32s, man. If you give us some of these 26s and 27s. Give us 2 27s, we'll give you a 32, man. Don't matter. You ain't going to need it. You still got Shea Gilly.
Exactly. They got Shea Gilly. They're not going to need any of these picks for the next 3 to 4 years, period. It's unbelievable. Javi from Queens, Giannis would clearly like to be in New York, considering the Knicks had an exclusive window to trade for him already. They are in the driver's seat. Yeah, the problem is they're not going to have that same exclusive window to talk to him or trade for him now. It seems like they had it over the summer.
Yeah, you don't want Pat Riley getting into his ear. This is the thing though. Like when they were doing, the open window during the summertime, it's crazy that they would still sign Bridges. Like if you would say that signing Giannis is the most important thing, then why wouldn't they do whatever they had to do to get him in the summertime? If that included Bridges, who cares? Or maybe they signed Bridges saying, okay, well, we set this up as a contract that can be moved real easy. That way they can say they got the asset and you got the asset that you trade for a lot longer. Maybe that's the reason.
Couple of more on the chat over on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Baki, 5 years in reference to Giannis is generous. He's completely reliant on his athleticism. I'd say 3 more prime years. I think it's more than 3. You got to remember he came into the league at 17, 18?
Yeah, he was super young.
Yeah. So
I mean, LeBron James, I think it's fair to say that the Greek Freak is just as dominant athletically as LeBron James. And we see how long some would argue that he's more athletic than LeBron James. So the fact that LeBron James is still able to do what he does, it's not like LeBron's a great shooter. Right? You know what I'm saying? LeBron's not a great shooter. And it's not, so to say that Giannis can't be dominant for just as long as LeBron James, when did we say that LeBron isn't dominant? Maybe 4 years ago?
Maybe
4 seasons ago. Like he's
still
carrying the
averaging,
team.
28?
Yeah, but I'm saying dominant where he can play on both ends of the court. Let's just say 4 seasons ago. Somebody won the title 4 seasons ago. I think it was probably Golden State, right? So that means he was 36. Giannis is, I believe, 30. So 5 years isn't generous. I think that's right on point where it should be.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Opportunities are there for you right now. Is there a line you do not cross to get Giannis? We've got some baseball. We've got plenty of football. And, I cannot take the whining from Notre Dame. Holy crap. Oh, my God.
It's my party, and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Carmelo Anthony here for DraftKings Sportsbook. An 82-game season, that's a grind. Trust me, I already know about that. The Emirates NBA Cup turns it up even more, and DraftKings Sportsbook lets you feel that fire every night. New customers, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
New DraftKings customers, the Emirates NBA Cup is turning up the heat, and DraftKings Sportsbook is there for all the action. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in 1 day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement, plus a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
You would cry too if it happened to you.
We'll get to that later. We have that sound from their AD on the Dan Patrick Show. Oh, they've done irreparable damage to our relationship with the ACC. Guys, shut up. Shut up. God, they have been talking like such losers for 2 days. I get it. You got screwed. People in life get screwed. At least in your own mind, you got screwed. Here was an idea. Beat
Not
Miami.
the Catholics.
Beat Miami. Beat Miami. Again, how many times over the years has Notre Dame gotten the benefit of the doubt in every single way? Every time. And now this time they leave him out. Do you think the College Football Playoff Committee wants to leave Notre Dame out of the CFP with the kind of money that they generate? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, they had to do something with Tulane and JMO, JMU.
Yep.
That's kind of what threw everything off.
Here's an idea. How about this, Bart? Maybe, if you joined the conference, instead of going out on your own, you would have been playing in the ACC championship game and would have just won it, and you'd be in the playoff. How about that?
They played Duke?
I don't know if they would have played Duke, but whatever. They would have won. I'm very confident that they would have won. But no. Your biggest complaint would be all season long that as they were going through these different things every week, they had Miami behind them, and all of a sudden they were in front.
And I would say that was wrong to begin with.
Yeah.
If we got the same record and I beat you, then I'm better than you. And it's not like, oh, well, you beat us, but our quarterback was out, our starting running back was out. No, this was early in the season, baby. Mano a mano.
Let's hit it. A couple of calls here. Gilbert in the truck is up next on ESPN New York. Gilbert, what's going on?
My God. What's up, Carlin? What's up, Bart?
What up?
I hope everybody's good, family good, everybody. Carlin, how's the sofa?
It is passing my wildest expectations. It is. I got home last night from Milwaukee, and my wife did an amazing job in, because we moved, and it's, there's just so much, you're just getting still settled in a new place after a couple months, right?
You don't got the comfortable wool blankets on the sofa already, right?
Not yet, but I sat down on that couch. My wife did an amazing job with the house for Christmas. Oh, it was such a pleasure. I find it, but
make sure you get her
it's
a
one of
nice
those,
gift.
It's a smaller sectional. I sit right in that corner, and I am snuggled up.
Listen, I don't know about y'all couches, but there's certain couches I tell y'all, hey, don't sit on that end. Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep on that end, brother. Don't put your face on that end.
As far as Giannis, I think the Knicks do have the parts that might not be as attractive as other teams, but I'm pretty sure that we can give. What baffles me is this, Bart, what you mentioned earlier for Mikal Bridges. What did his previous team have on the Knicks that they would give up 6 number 1 draft picks for him? And one thing you haven't mentioned yet, Carlin, my boy Phillip Rivers coming back to the NFL.
I
Love you guys.
How is this happening? Like, I was in the middle of traveling yesterday, and I saw that, and I'm like, 44 years old. He literally has a grandchild.
Well, they're working it out, right? He's just working out to see where he is.
Yes, he's going there for a workout.
I mean, a couple of years ago, we heard the rumblings that Brady might have came back for the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan was in. So, it does happen. every blue moon. I forgot who's the guy that was a teacher in Philadelphia, and somebody got hurt, and they called him back. He was teaching the week before. He came back just for the playoffs.
I know who you're talking about.
He was a tight end.
He was a tight end?
So it does happen. How about Weddle? How about Jefferson? Jefferson was retired and sitting on the bench working for the scouting department in Baltimore, and they called him back. What a great story that was. And your boy yesterday throwing these interceptions late, and all day. Brown's been saying, "Hey man, this ain't right. This ain't right." And yesterday was a turnover fest. Justin Jefferson. Jefferson is the one who Eric Weddle came out of retirement. Remember?
Yeah. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. You got a little thing for me for some Samwell situation here?
I do,
loosened
man.
Up? How about that?
Man.
How about that?
Yeah, listen up, New York. In Jersey, too. It's football season, and you should be out here enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. J. Shad Samwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long-time recovery, no pain medication, just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that let you get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck and back pain to migraine, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that is right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SamwellPain.com. Call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Dave, Westchester, up next, ESPN New York. Dave, what's going on?
Oh, okay. Just want to talk about the Giannis thing for 1 second. Years and years and years ago, Earl Monroe demanded a trade. He's a superstar. He averaged 32 points a game in playoffs, 25 regular season. And he was injured also, just like Giannis is right now. Knicks traded for him. They won a championship. Okay, they sat him out longer. Right now, if I'm the Knicks, I could care less. I trade for Giannis yesterday, the day before, the day before, day before. I don't care if we got to give up Cat and Bridges, Cat and OG, makes no difference to me. I would sit Giannis out for 8 weeks, make sure he's perfectly fine, not the 2 to 4 weeks. I would think that's better than going to play OKC and losing 6 games. I think you got a better chance of winning, and in the following year, definitely a better chance of winning. So that's my take. I'm getting Giannis no matter what.
Yeah,
period.
To your point.
Right now, while he's hurt or not.
So there's
no
to
your point. Yeah, to your point, anybody that's gone with Giannis there, that's a better building block than anybody you have on your roster. He's your best player, and not even close. And he's a great leader, too.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
there's no line that you wouldn't cross to get him at this point?
No, not a line in the world. Never. Nowhere. Because when you have a chance to get a superstar, we do not have a superstar on our team. Jalen
Brunson's not a superstar?
Not to Giannis. He's a star.
He's a superstar, but Giannis is a top 3 player in the world.
I would argue that it's only I think we throw superstar around too easily.
A superstar is Ewing, King, Monroe, Frazier, Reed. Those are superstars.
You lost me at King.
You don't have a superstar.
You lost me at King. So, like, when we talk about superstars, right, and we have this argument when we talk about quarterbacks in the NFL, right? To me, it's Jackson, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Stafford. And some people say, well, no, not Stafford. For me in basketball, it's Giannis, Jokic, Shea Gilly, Tatum, and Luka.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's superstar is a very exclusive club. Star, great. Superstar.
I feel like there has to be something in between star and superstar, because I feel like Brunson's better than a star, but if you're not going to make him a superstar, he's got to be right under it.
It's the difference between all pro, right? You have the all pros or the all NBA, and
all star and all pro. That what you're saying? I got
exactly.
You know Bart and Carlin, ESPN. I do absolutely. We're going to hit. Bobby Marks is going to join us later.
Ooh, he can tell us how to get it done.
We'll talk more about that in just a bit. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Jets Dolphins, it's the last time I'm going to care this year because it's the Dolphins. They've won 3 out of 5 coming in because I'm being told, you have a coach. Look what this coach is doing. These guys are playing hard for him. Did you see the tackling? I watched the first half, did not watch the second half. Don't give me Brady Cook. Oh, you got to watch Brady Cook. No, I don't have to watch him. What I saw, all I needed to see was that first quarter and a defense that didn't want to tackle.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The holidays are rolling in, and if men in your life are struggling with their holiday wish list, tell them to add Manscaped to make gift giving easy, fun, and completely stress-free this year. From the beard hedger to the lawnmower trimmer, Manscaped's precision tools keep you looking sharp, feeling confident, and ready for every event and celebration all season long. These aren't just stocking stuffers, they're upgrades for your daily routine. And right now at Target, you can save 20% on the Lawnmower 4 and 3 kits, Handyman, and the Beard Hedger. Hurry up, supplies won't last long.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
All right, I got a few different things I want to fire at you. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page, and on the ESPN New York app, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. I am assuming that we have not heard from Harry Douglas. Is that correct? All right. We will I don't know what's going on with Harry lately.
Harry is everywhere, man. I'm surprised.
He's everywhere, but he ain't here.
Yeah, Harry,
I love him to death, but geez.
Dewey and went big time. Oh, that's right. It's been like 3 weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Man, well, maybe he's taking the summer, the vacation months off.
Oh, I know last week he had he had to get ready for that multicast that he did with the Bussin' with the Boys guys on the game the other night, on the SEC championship game. So that's good. And then he's doing charity work the week before. Listen, do all the charity work you want, just not on my watch. This is my time. I
thought we were the charity.
I know, exactly. Harry, I know you're not getting paid, but come on.
Do one for the team.
Help a brother out. Let's go. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. I need you to hear the Notre Dame AD because this was so freaking stupid yesterday. Pete Bavacqua, he was on the Dan Patrick show yesterday.
Oh, he's doing a media blitz.
So we know that Notre Dame is a pseudo-member of the ACC. They're not for football, but they'll play 4 or 5 football opponents a year, but we're still going to be out there getting our own money. But we are for every other sport except for, like, hockey. Okay, so basically Notre Dame has gotten it their way, and they've gotten it their way all the time. And now he is upset at the ACC because they're not in the college football playoff.
Well, I would tell you, I mean, again, I have tremendous respect for Miami. You know, great team, great school. Their athletic director, Dan Radakovich, is a good friend. And all the teams in the ACC, great, wonderful universities. We have no gripes about any of the schools in the ACC. But we were mystified by the actions of the conference to attack, you know, their biggest, really, business partner in football and a member of their conference in 24 of our other sports. And I would tell you, Dan, I wouldn't be honest with you if I didn't say that they have certainly done permanent damage to the relationship between the conference and Notre Dame. We didn't appreciate the fact that we were singled out repeatedly and compared to Miami. Not by Miami. Miami has every right to do that. But it raised a lot of eyebrows here that the conference was taking shots at us.
Oh, dear God, shut up. Shut up. You are not a full member of the conference. And he might be right. Financially, they might be an incredibly important, if not the most important, to the ACC. But Notre Dame's all their money. They have their own television contract. You chose to do that. Why would somebody who is the commissioner of a conference not have his people put out Compare Miami, who is a full member of the conference, to a partial member of the conference when Miami beat Notre Dame and they pretty much have the same resumes? Like, come on.
Did you expect us not to defend ourselves? You guys are sitting there making a case about why you guys should be in and how mystified you were that you didn't play a game and you moved down. Am I not supposed to state my case?
I'm supposed to just sit back and advocate for you just as much as I advocate for a full member? Somebody
Crazy.
who actually is
pays fees.
And it's all part of what's going on here, whereas you did not want to join us because you're Notre Dame. And then you losers go home because you didn't get in. Come on. That is
the crazy
such
part
a loser mentality.
If a kid did that, Notre Dame would criticize the hell out of them.
Oh my God!
If they say, you know what, I ain't playing in this crap. No, I'm good. They would say, hey, is you supposed to come here, have character, class, and all that type of stuff?
Yeah. Every way they have acted is unbecoming of being Notre Dame. Every way they have acted in this.
Isn't this a religious place? Is this what Jesus would do?
It's Catholic.
Is this what Jesus would do?
It is not what Jesus would do.
Is this
it's
how
not
Jesus
what
would
touchdown
behave?
Jesus would do up there at Notre Dame. Oh, my God.
Lucifer looking like, damn. Like that?
Honestly,
Let the kids play.
I'm Roman Catholic, and I'll admit it. I've always hated Notre Dame, okay? But what they have done over the last few days is just such a horrible message that you didn't get what you wanted, so you just threw it all aside because we're the most important of everybody. Well, apparently you're not. Because if you were, you would be in the playoff.
Right. Like, when the last time y'all won a national championship? You can't even give them like the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, they were in the championship last year, but
and how'd that look?
Yeah, not great.
Exactly. So, like, okay, been there, done that. I much rather see. I want to see like the Ole Miss. I'm curious about that. How that looks.
Here's the other part. Everybody's going to forget about this within 3 to 4 days.
Yeah,
everybody's going to forget about
out
Notre
the
Dame
news
and
cycle.
not give a damn and let me see the games.
I don't think they care already. I don't think like Notre Dame is going to move the college football needle. Like, nobody cares.
Here's what's amazing. If Notre Dame was looking to play the sympathy card, you really have no read on the room, man. Like, you have gotten every break over the years, every single time they could possibly give you a break. They have made sure. What the committee did is they realized at the beginning that their ratings had been
wrong.
so wrong, Bart, that they just gradually were moving it back. They can say whatever they want. They did the right thing. Miami should be in, and Alabama
the big question
should
is
be
Alabama.
in. Yeah. Well, but Alabama played the 6th toughest schedule. And
That's
they
true.
beat Georgia and then
They
lost
got
to
the
them in the
brakes beat up.
championship game.
Yeah, so that's 1 for 1.
Like,
they got a better case.
They absolutely have a better case. Here's the thing. Go play somebody. Honestly.
Go play in the tournament. Win your tournament. That's how you get your automatic bid, right? That's why Tulane and JMU is there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The rules are right there. You guys always think that you can act above the rules or around the rules. No. You're subject to the same rules.
Here's the other thing, too. If you throw them in. Now, they did play Texas A&M this year, okay? If you throw them in, they did lose to A&M. What are you telling them as far as scheduling in the future? Listen to this schedule. Purdue, they were bad. Arkansas, not good. Boise, all right. Boise is a great group of 5 school usually. NC State, USC, which is a traditional rival for them.
So that's 1.
Boston College, always a traditional rival for them.
Still Wacky D.
Always playing Navy.
Wacky D.
Pitt.
Wacky D.
Syracuse. Stanford.
Wacky D.
Now
Wacky D.
Now
that is a soft-ass schedule.
Stanford, they always play Stanford at the end. Because, again.
Soft-ass schedule.
When you're not a member of the conference and basically your schedule is virtually hand-selected every year, what do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen?
Can you tell me who Alabama played this year?
I can do that if you give me 1 second.
No, absolutely. I'll feel. Do 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 do. But this was crazy, man. This was like crying wolf. Like y'all got to play somebody. This isn't the first time this conversation's been brought up.
So Alabama at the beginning of the year lost to Florida State. That's the big argument. That was their bad loss. Okay. Alabama then played UL Monroe, 73-0. Wisconsin, who's not very good this year, but they're a Big Ten team. Then it goes at Georgia, number 5. They won. They beat Vanderbilt at home. They're currently 6th. They were 16th at the time, and they had a very good year. Missouri was 14th. They beat them on the road. Tennessee was 11th. They beat them. At South Carolina, who was a decent team. LSU, down year. Oklahoma, number 11 in the country. Eastern Illinois, Auburn in their rivalry game, and then Georgia again. So they played the number 3. Georgia was number 3 when they played them the other day.
11, 16.
Yeah. Here, 11, let's see here. 5, 16, 14, 11, 11, 3. So they played 6 different ranked opponents here.
Yeah, Florida State was that deal early in the year. Let's not forget how good Florida State was to like the first 4 or 5 games.
Well, no. I mean, this was, listen, Florida State was a bad loss. That was definitely a bad loss.
It became a bad loss. It wasn't a bad loss when they played. My boy was hyped for Florida State for like 4 weeks.
Well.
Then the bottom fell out. And they fired Patrick Surtain. How disrespectful.
Well, okay. I'll give you that. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Here's David and Elizabeth up next on ESPN New York. David, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, fellas? Chef, Bart. Before we get into this, Bart, I know you're from Detroit, but guess what? I heard Carlin yesterday, and we're baptizing you. You're from Jersey like us, baby.
I'll take it. I haven't changed my life.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. We love baptizing you, pause. But, appreciate you. So, look, I got two things I want to get into. I want to touch a little bit with Mendoza in the draft, and I want to say something about the Knicks. So this is what I'm going to say. Carlin, I need to know, what's your beef with Mendoza? Not saying you don't like him, not saying you're beefing with him or you don't want him to be acquired by us. It's just that, you keep saying he played a lot of football, which I respect, but I want to know, why is it that you're not sold on Mendoza 100%? And the last thing I want to say this with the Knicks, you got to look at it this way, fellas. He wants to come here. This is like knowing the girl you've been chasing likes you back. So what do? You play it wise and smart. Take your time. She coming anyway. It's an automatic W. You don't rush that. We did it for Melo, and it was a big mistake because we gutted the team to get the player. And, I appreciate they did that, but they just did it the wrong way. This time, we know he wants to be here. Take your time. She coming anyway.
If she want me, I got to get to the yams. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
I can't wait till time. I got to get to them yams. I've been waiting for it. Now she waiting for me. She might mess around and forget that she don't like me no more. She might get wooed by somebody else. Pat Riley might come in there with that slick hair, you know what I'm saying? Start talking about all that South Beach stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't need him to come down to South Beach, man. He might not ever come back.
So to his original question, I don't have any beef with Mendoza. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's a fantastic season that he's put together. And he started for 2 years at Cal. He's a very good player. I'm a little skeptical that at the beginning of the year, this is not somebody who was remotely on the radar. So that's what makes me question what's going on here. But Mel Kiper was on this morning with DNR, as he is each and every week. And so the boys asked him about his draft stock and how he has improved it.
Well, I think he's solidified his stock as right there as either the QB1 or right there with Dante Moore, and we'll see what Dante Moore is doing through the playoffs because he's had a heck of a year too, and he's a very talented kid. Now, he could go back to Oregon. He's not going to have the optimum number of starts where Mendoza's got over 30 starts. He's experienced. He had all his starts at Cal. He's come in. He's improved in the areas he needed to, cut those sacks down, went 41 down to 19. So, or 15. He's done a great job this year throughout. When he was even having some games where he was struggling a bit, he made big throws at key moments, and he did it in this game. I thought you didn't even know after that first hit by Caden Curry if he even returned to that game. He got rocked. And you thought, is it a shoulder? Is it a concussion? Is it both? And he comes back in and plays great football. And he made a big throw when he had to. And against a heck of a defense led by Matt Patricia that has stars at every level. So, I think right now Mendoza's either going to go 1, he's going to go 2, and Dante Moore is right with him. So, he's right there. What he solidified was, in my opinion, the Heisman Trophy over Diego Pavia.
I don't think that Dante Moore is going to come out. I don't. Just in talking to people, I think he's going to get more than enough to go back to Oregon and get convinced that, look at these other guys, Bart, who have gone into the league and haven't played enough and how those situations have worked out. Why wouldn't you come back here, get paid a ton of money, and then try and go win a championship and clearly improve your draft stock with more experience?
But if you're number 2, that's hard to walk away from.
I understand. It's easier now than it was though before, especially at Oregon, with what the money's going to look like.
It is, because if you're number 2, you could be number 1. It's always also what's always in the back of guys' minds. What if I get hurt, and then all the money is out the window? Well, I got the opportunity to get paid and become a professional. Some guys see that as that's the win.
Yeah, listen, I get that. I just don't think it's as much of a lock as we would have believed it to be maybe when he really started to emerge, and you were before it was Mendoza who came forward, and you thought maybe that Moore, with his pure physical abilities, had a chance to be the number 1 pick.
I mean, I'm sure that he's going to put some fillers out there, like what teams want him, and I'm sure that's what he's probably going to be looking at.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because if it's Mendoza, then you open up the door maybe. Do you want to play with the Raiders? Do you want to play with the Jets?
Whoever the Raiders draft, Brady's going to have to be heavily involved.
Yeah.
That has to happen.
That's the problem with his schedule. How can he really be involved with his work schedule?
I mean, I think as a partial owner, he certainly can be. And I'm sure in the offseason he can be. You know, I'm going to be surprised. Like, if Brady, if it's really that important to Brady to go and win as an owner and try to build a legacy that way with the Raiders, then how much longer would he continue to do the broadcasting? You know?
Oh, he gonna get that 365.
No,
we're gonna do these 5 years, baby. We in
10.
What, year 2?
It was 10.
Oh, damn. We're gonna do 5 at least.
Yeah. I mean, you may get a good chunk of it. I know that, but I also know he probably doesn't need it at this point. You could probably make those decisions otherwise.
And he got divorced, and he did that FX, the FTX thing with
FTX.
Crypto. Yeah, the kid.
God.
He was in that crypto stuff.
Yeah, that was not so good.
He lost a lot of money doing that.
That was not so good. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. There's also plenty of baseball to get to as well. So Aaron Boone is talking about the Yankees and Toronto, and he is at the winter meetings, and he was asked about the gap between the Yankees and the Blue Jays right now.
I think Jackson Dart is definitely.
I mean, we ended with identical records last year. I mean, I don't want to discount that they kicked our ass last year. Like, I don't take it out of context. Like, so I mean, I would say the gap is probably. I mean, we're the exact same record, and but you know they obviously. Were a great team last year, and you know, an eyelash away from winning a world championship. So, you know, they certainly proved to be the better team this year, and hopefully, you know, we can close that gap and pass them and others this year.
I'm just wondering how's they're going to close the gap. Go ahead.
You gonna bring up the cheating, the allegations? let's bring that up. Oh, it's clearly we were like, no, bring up. Let's talk about they be cheating. Yeah, I don't know how, man. With the way that Vlad ended this season, and the way that Vlad, like, Judge has never performed like Vlad did in the postseason. Now he was on fire. He was on fire. Now he was on fire. But man, Vlad was amazing. And they show the ability to spend the money. And it all goes back to, will the Yankees spend the money if what they need is available? Will they go out and get Turner? Will they spend the money?
Here's something that is just coming over as we speak that kind of involves everybody there. So let's get into that a little bit. Where's Bart's breaking news thing? God, there's so many damn things on this.
Can't wait.
Like, I got clips from Kevin Garnett and
anything's possible.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face?
Smack.
What?
Slap. Like, it's just so much crap here.
Correctamundo.
Like, I gotta get rid of some of it. Here's the news. Kyle Schwarber going back to Philadelphia. 5 years, $150 million.
That's low vibrations.
How is that? What do you mean low vibrations?
Because we needed him. No, he's like, it's not interesting. He's going back home.
Well, no, it's interesting because he's now not an option here.
Yeah,
because there was talks about the Mets being heavily involved on Schwarber, and now that's out. So where are they going to turn at this point? And are they going to go to Tucker, or are they going to go elsewhere? Like what this looks like. I want to go back to the Yankees, though, with keeping this in mind. So as Schwarber goes back to Philly, if you're the Yankees right now, you're trying to pass what the Blue Jays have done. The Blue Jays have apparently, there have been rumors that, like, Tucker visited their spring training facility down in Dunedin, Florida, and they're pushing hard to try to sign him after they signed Guerrero last year, after they signed Dylan Cease to $210 million a couple of weeks ago, that they are trying to get this done now to bring him here, to bring Kyle, what's his name, Gordon here. So if that's the case, what exactly are we talking about? Kyle Tucker, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kyle Tucker.
What exactly are we talking about with the Yankees somehow closing that gap, and they want to keep that number at $300 billion. If there is some sort of a hard and fast number that the Yankees are working with.
Yeah, but remember what Cashman said as well. He don't know what the budget is, or was it Hal that said it? He don't know what the budget is because he don't know what's out there.
Well, Hal basically said, would I like to keep it under $300 million? Of course I would.
But if something's out there, we don't know what that price is. So now you see Schwarber's gone. That means that Tucker, his price is going to go up, and you're going to have to compete. And I don't know if the pinstripes is enough to be the equalizer. Because people think, I come to New York, I'm good. I'll get that money back in endorsements, especially if we win him. And one thing you can always set a reservation for is for the postseason with the Yankees for the most part.
Yeah. Now listen, I get that, but the problem is that when there is a gap, even though you have the manager saying that they had the same record last year, I mean the other team far exceeded what you did. Far exceeded what you did. So exactly how is that supposed to work when you're trying to close a gap that seems pretty difficult to try to close right now?
And you were the team with all the expectations.
Well, are you anymore? I
don't know.
But when you have this team go out and doing everything that they're doing, how do I figure that out exactly? How do I call that is the team with the expectations as opposed to what the Blue Jays are doing? This is a team that just went to the World Series, and they are treating it as if, all bets are off. We are opening up the checkbooks and doing whatever we have to do. So to me, this is what really, I don't know how the Yankees are getting better or closing any gaps.
Maybe they think they just need the players that they have to perform better.
I'm sure that's what they're going to be saying. We have guys who just didn't perform.
Bellinger, right? They got to try and
they still have to bring Bellinger back. And how prohibitive is that going to be? Are they going to hand Bellinger 5 and 6 years?
Yeah, because I think that's the first order of business is bringing back the guys because you already know if they can play in New York.
Is that true? Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
This is bad.
Uh-oh.
We
just signed
wait a minute. Hang on a second. Who reported that?
We got to ask that now. We got to ask that right now.
Show it to me.
711.com.
I want to see it.
711.com.
All right. Who reported it? You know what? For a second, before I get nuts here, let's step aside. Let's take a break. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. I don't want to give you bad information. I don't mean to be a tease like this, but I don't want to give you bad information. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Carmelo Anthony here for DraftKings Sportsbook. An 82-game season, that's a grind. Trust me, I already know about that. The Emirates NBA Cup turns it up even more, and DraftKings Sportsbook lets you feel that fire every night. New customers, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
New DraftKings customers, the Emirates NBA Cup is turning up the heat, and DraftKings Sportsbook is there for all the action. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Clinton Yates here, and the holidays are upon us, full of gatherings, toasts, and plenty of cheer. And if you're like me, you want every moment to shine. That's why I head to Total Wine & More, where you'll find it all at the lowest prices, from rich whiskeys and smooth tequilas to festive liqueurs and elegant champagnes. And if you're not sure what to grab, their guides will help you find bottles that impress. You'll always find what you love and love what you find, only at Total Wine & More. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. B21.
Bart, no more Timmy trumpets.
Is it authentic?
No more Timmy trumpets.
What?
Edwin Diaz to the Dodgers.
Oh, my God.
To the Dodgers.
The rich get richer. They said, why not?
I mean.
They'll win again.
Come on. We don't have numbers yet. Will Salmon of The Athletic was the first to announce it. Or to report it, I should say. But Edwin Diaz is going to the Dodgers.
Wow.
I have to tell you.
Can anybody compete with the Dodgers? Are the Dodgers OKC? Or I guess should we be saying it's OKC the Dodgers?
The Dodgers are the new Yankees of years ago. The Dodgers have blown away anything that the Yankees used to be. But this is just crushing for the Mets. I know they brought Devin Williams in, but this is wow. This sucks. This sucks if you're a Met fan. That is absolutely brutal.
You know what they say? The longer you mess around, you F around, the more you're gonna find out.
Well, I mean, it just means
they're
to me
putting out these reports out there.
It means to me that the Dodgers probably ended up giving him, they might have given him 5 years.
I wonder how the money comes. Is it coming straight or is it deferred?
I don't think they can defer it like they did with Ohtani again. Like, that would be crazy talk. But it appears that the Dodgers have signed Edwin Diaz, which is just an absolute kick in the you-know-what. Steve Gelbs, unfortunately, with that being the case, has got to push his appearance with us back.
Absolutely.
So that is obviously big news. 800-919-3776. Now, Met fans, it's your time to get in and respond to this. I mean, I'm just thinking about it now, and, like, all right, you brought in Devin Williams with the thought that maybe you could lose him. But
I thought Devin was going to be the setup man.
I think that they paid him. I said this at the time. They gave him closer money. But even so, I was okay paying him that money to be the setup guy. I was not okay paying him that money to be the closer. If that makes sense. Like, you're going to go and pay him that amount of money to lock down the back end of the bullpen. It was not to be the closer. I mean, I know that they'll position it as that was our insurance policy against losing Diaz here, but, I mean, this is just getting worse by the day with the Dodgers. Like that, when does it end?
It takes the air out of everything.
It really does. Unless you're a Dodger fan, it really just takes the air out of everything.
It's like, man. And just think, it's all set up because Shohei is willing to defer so much money that it allows them to operate in the current the way they do. How the hell can they sign everybody?
I don't know, but they can, and they are, and that's what's happening. Like,
we call this the
there was
hostile
even
takeover.
rumors that they might get involved on Tucker. Like, how could they get involved on Kyle Tucker too? Oh my God!
This is the hostile takeover.
Steve Gelbs is also confirming it as well.
I mean, what else? What can we do? Like, what hope do we have?
I mean, listen, they have hope.
We all coming in second.
No, your hope is that the owner makes the decision that he's going to try to turn this into the Dodgers East, and he's already taken steps in that direction.
But there's certain people that he just can't get. Who's the new Japanese pitcher that said he don't want to go to the Dodgers?
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name at the moment.
Give us him. It don't matter. Give us him.
It's not, yeah, but it's not like that. It's right now where the Mets are. When you lose somebody like this was, in theory, to me at least, one of the biggest lockdown spots on that team that there was. Yep. And the fact now that you're not able to bring him back is just a killer.
How do we view the Edwin Diaz experience? Because it was good one year, tore his knee up, bad one year, good last year.
See, I think generally speaking, Edwin Diaz as a Met was pretty damn good. You know, he was bad at the beginning. When he first got here in that trade that Brodie Van Wagenen made, he was coming here at a point where he started out so poorly that there were a lot of questions about whether or not he could handle himself in New York. And he even kind of questioned it himself. At the time, he's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not a New York guy. But then he straightened it out and became this amazing lockdown closer. He had the injury, obviously, in the World Baseball Classic. But I never looked at Edwin Diaz as anything but really good for the Mets other than when he went through his bad stretches. Like, every closer is going to go through a bad stretch. And that just happens. Diaz now, to be gone, I think this really, really hurts the Mets because they had not even put all of the they haven't put the resources into the starters, and they've been wanting to talk about doing it. See, to me, this is going to make them respond in kind, so to speak.
Yeah, now we just had the Mendoza responding to how he jacked up Reed Garrett and Danny Young and Max Kranick and Nunez. He just responded to that. So now you have to go out and get starters that can give you length because.
So for those who are unaware about what Bart is talking about with David Stearns, Adam Ottavino made this comment, about a week and a half ago or so?
Yep, on his podcast.
Yeah, on Baseball and Coffee podcast on Mendoza and how he mismanaged the bullpen.
Whether it's the way Carlos uses these dudes so haphazardly, this is actually pathetic. I would have never let this happen if I was on the team last year. At least half these guys wouldn't have blown out. Fortunately, there was nobody willing to stand up and talk to Carlos this year. If they continue down this path, they're going to be because you cannot injure this many dudes.
I mean, first of all,
who the hell is Adam?
Yeah, I know.
It wouldn't have happened on my watch. When did you become Himothy?
Yeah.
Where's your Cy Youngs? Like, who the hell, man, if you don't, man, shut your ass up.
Listen, I don't know the dynamics of a bullpen with a guy like that speaking up and trying to say that he could keep it from happening.
Retired, boss.
Well, here was Mendoza's response to those accusations.
Our job is to put together a roster that is going to help us reach the ultimate goal, which is win a World Series. And in order for us to do that, we need our players healthy, playing in the field, performing at the highest level, whether position players, whether pitchers, starters, relievers. When you look at the numbers, the facts are right there. We were probably one of the teams that protected the bullpen guys better than anybody. And you're talking about we were able to do that with so little length that we were getting from the starters. I don't think this is a Mets issue. I think this is an industry that this year we were dealing with a lot of injuries. But like I said, I'm comfortable with the process too. When you're talking about guys who's available, there's so many people, so many conversations that happen throughout the day. As soon as you get to the ballpark, you're talking to the pitching coaches, you're talking to the trainers, you're talking to the players. And then once the game starts, you have a pretty good idea who's available and who's not. And that's when I make the decisions there. But I feel pretty comfortable saying that we are one of the better teams that protect the relievers.
You can tell that, listen, you can tell it clearly annoyed him.
Yeah, but the pushback is Mets relievers were third in innings pitched, so it is something to that. But we all understand the reason why is because you got no length from anybody.
Yeah.
What do you do? You got to do. Somebody got to take those innings.
Well, right now you have to respond in kind, and you have to go and whether it's trading for Skubal, which there's more and more talk that Skubal is going to be available, or if it's signing, a big time pitcher and putting yourself, you have to get an ace. You cannot screw around on the ace front because listen to him talking about. This is David Stearns. Where's the David Stearns cut about the ace thing? It's not here.
Well, while you think about that, are you getting rid of Senga?
He could not be talking Senga up more. He's talking about how amazing Senga has been. He's basically doing everything he can to put a lot of shine on a guy that I think they're absolutely trying to trade away.
Man, that ghost pitch has been trash, and he can't stay healthy. Let's do it's something. He's so fickle. I mean, I was about to say, never mind.
Well, here's the deal for Diaz. 3 years, $69 million.
Ooh.
To pitch one inning.
Is that $23 million a year?
23 a year. The Dodgers have been targeting bullpen help, got the best closer on the market, setting a new average annual value for relievers.
Why the hell are they targeting anything? They won a championship.
Because they're always trying to get better.
Man, they shouldn't be allowed to be able to do all this, man. Come on, man. We got this your team, you got to run it back with them.
Well, I mean, to your point on Stearns, here he is talking about the rotation heading into next year.
I think we'd like to be able to add a starter. We are also really comfortable and like our young starters that are emerging. We saw that last year with Nolan McLean, but certainly we're going to be canvassing where we can to bring in a starting pitcher and help stabilize the staff.
If you're gonna sit there and try to pump up Nolan McLean to be an ace all of a sudden, what are we doing?
He ain't Schlittler.
Schlittler.
That's what I said.
No, it's not what you said.
Maybe I said it too fast.
You said it without the L.
Slitler. See, what's happened when you don't say it for 5 months. You know what I'm saying? When you don't say it for 5 months, it rolls off. It don't roll off the right way.
Listen, you ain't the first, you ain't the last on that front. You're not. But he's got to go out there now, and I think he's got to try to find a way to make them move to get Skubal.
Yeah, but you get Skubal, do you still hold on to Senga? Because, Senga could be your number 2, and you hope that Nolan McLean can kind of be your 3. Do you do that? Guys that can give you length.
I think they're going to move off of the way he is so going out of his way to talk about how great Senga is. It makes me think he's going to move off of him and try to trade him.
To who? Who's taking that?
Listen, there will be people who will always line up to get any kind of starting pitching. There will be a market for him. I won't say it's going to be ridiculous,
but tell me this,
there will be a market for him.
But tell me this, how do you view him?
I don't view Senga as an ace anywhere close, and I don't view him as reliable. Like, the guy is hurt all the time. All the time. And he has not been what they needed him to be when he has been out there. And that
not
is
even close.
No. So why would I be all pumped up for Senga in the future? Like, what would have me believing in him? So I'm supposed to get excited over 23 starts. No. That's not happening. I'm not getting excited over 23 starts. Last year, he obviously missed all of the 24 season, and his first year was decent, but if I can't rely on you being out there, how can I rely on you, period? That's all. That's kind of how I feel about it, and I get the feeling that's how the Mets feel about it now.
But yeah, but no reclamation projects by Stern trying to tell us. Is McNeil going to? Can we get anything from McNeil?
Maybe something, but you're not going to get a ton. I mean, they're going to trade McNeil. It's just that's not going to solve the problem. McNeil is going to be closer to an afterthought than anything else. It's Bart and Carlin, so the news, in case you're just joining us, Edwin Diaz, gone. Signing with the Dodgers, 3 years, $69 million. Your reactions next at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN.
Tuesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Will the Yankees or Mets make any moves during the winter meetings?
Like, this is not the time to be shy. For the Yankees, now is the time. Right, got it. Everything you do now should be strictly to help Aaron Judge over the next couple of years win a championship. That's it. Period. Stop.
Will Karl Anthony Towns be available for the Knicks tonight in the NBA Cup? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Out here, it's football season, where nothing beats backyard grilling
gathering around the fire pit and cheering on your favorite team with friends. The yard is mowed, the lights are strung, and the grill is warming up. Whether you need to fill up your propane, get a new grill, or even a generator, out here, it's game day. And we're ready for it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown! Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday. Brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
No mas.
Say it ain't so.
No mas.
Say it ain't so.
Bart, game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 p.m. on the IC. Islanders hosting the Golden Knights at UBS Arena. Devils are in Ottawa to play the Senators. 8:30, Knicks in Toronto. It is a big NBA Cup quarterfinals game against the Raptors. Right now, Karl Anthony Towns is listed as questionable, and we also know that Deuce McBride is out tonight. But that game coverage begins 8 p.m. right here on 880 ESPN. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. I would be fascinated to know what the Mets' last offer was on Diaz and what that looks for. But it is amazing.
I mean, set the market. I mean, how the hell do they keep setting the market on everybody? Is they the only one who won't pay luxury tax?
It is. They're not the only ones, but that don't pay a luxury tax, or that do?
Don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, how deep are they into it? With Ohtani money being deferred, how much are they actually spending? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they're still spending a ton. They're still spending a ton. Like they're with all the luxury tax and all that stuff, their costs last year were supposedly in the $500 million range.
And they made probably $800 million.
They made in the high sevens. They made about $35 to $40 million more than the Yankees did.
How much they getting off that Sports Illustrated championship? And you, too, get a ball.
I don't think they're getting a ton off that. Let's go Jose in Connecticut up next on ESPN New York. Jose, what's going on?
Man, God, and whoever played that Timmy Trumpets, man, you know what? Turn this location on, man, because I'm about to look for him, because I'm even more angry after hearing that song again. I got angry when I heard the news. As soon as I got the ticker on my phone, but now because I thought it was at least going to say, oh, they gave him 5 years. So I was going to complain about the 5 years of not giving it to him. But seeing there's a 3-year deal, like David Stern is going to pay for his crimes, man, because he's just like we kept getting told that he's some genius and he's this smart guy, and he's just fumbled the pitching staff every year. Like, I'm tired of this, man. So this is the year, man. Like, if he doesn't fix this year, man, like, we got to start talking different about this guy, because I'm upset, man. You guys know, like, it's not easy to pitch in New York. This guy is constantly one of the top 3 closers in the game, and he's only 31. Closers could pitch at like 36, 37. Chapman is 40. So, like, there's no excuse for this, man. And, like, I'm just getting tired of this, man, because I'm not going to be surprised if Pete doesn't come back either, man. I think this team, I don't know what they're doing.
Listen, if you're not going to go 4 years on Diaz, like, what are we doing? Why wouldn't you go further than that? 3 years, unless there is a scenario where Diaz just wanted out, but that's hard to imagine. I never got the impression that Diaz didn't want to be here.
Yeah, we thought he was happy here. I think maybe
the only time it was that first year we talked about.
Yeah, the Devin Williams thing's got to be like something that's,
But they were not signing Devin Williams to be the guy. They were signing him as an insurance policy if they lost Diaz, You think he was annoyed by Devin Williams signing? I don't think that was it.
Yeah, I mean, how much did they give Diaz? I mean, and how did that affect what their bottom line was for Diaz?
Let's hit Chris.
Because go ahead. Shane is the one he's the one that's determining how much being paid. The owner don't care. Cohen can care less.
Listen, I would expect, though, that the owner's going to care now. I think the owner's going to care now about throwing this money around. And people are getting on Stearns here, and I understand it. I would like to know what the final offer was, and was it at least equitable, and he decided to leave and go somewhere else. That's what I'd be interested in. Chris in Wantagh is next on ESPN New York. Chris, what's up, dude?
Hey, just real quick, it's a lot of money, and when I heard Diaz sign, I was instantly like, all right, was it the Dodgers or someone else? Dodgers, okay, makes sense, moving on. You can't compete with the Dodgers these days. It is what it is. But I got out on my lunch break, and I heard you guys talking about Noel McLean as a third pitcher. Like, did you guys watch him pitch? Did you guys see his stuff?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they named him the opening day starter, like as soon as spring training starts.
Well, remember what we said? We said bringing in Scrubble. So if that's the case,
but why does that make him third? Like he's the second at bare minimum.
Hang on, Chris. Can we wait until we actually know who's in the rotation before we're making him the ace? Like, why?
I'm just saying.
Chris,
did you see his stuff? Did you see his stuff?
Chris, I saw his stuff.
You think that's a third pitcher? You think that's a third pitcher?
Chris, they need more than a guy that has barely pitched a quarter of a year in the big leagues before they're going to name him an ace at this point. Oh, my God, settle down. It's not about what he can be or is eventually going to be. It's I'm not going to bank on him being that right now. And if you're stupid.
And why would you want to put that pressure on him?
There's no need to.
That's right. Slittler is going to go in front of Garrett Cole.
Jeez, come on. How about Hector in Queens next on ESPN New York? Hector, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How you doing? What up, Bart?
I'm annoyed, Hector. Right now I'm annoyed. What's going on with you?
I'm super annoyed, too, man. The Dodgers are just shifting the competitive balance in baseball. I mean, at this point, I believe that because of what they're doing, there's definitely going to be a work stoppage.
Oh, of course
Even
there
the
is.
Yankees are annoyed. Even Hal is annoyed that they're spending this much money. I mean, there's definitely – so this next year is probably going to be the last year we're going to see baseball for quite a while, I believe. And also, one last thing, Bart, how'd you like that L on Sunday, huh? You like that L? You took it well? Let me know.
Oh, yeah, y'all can have that L because y'all stuck in the middle of nowhere. I can't wait till Tyreek Hill comes back with one kneecap.
Yeah. I don't know about you. I'd feel great about Tua being the quarterback of my future, even though they're already talking about getting out of it.
They missed their window. Please. They missed their window. That's why they selling off pieces.
That window wasn't even open wide.
It was open. Yeah, it was cracked open halfway for 2 years, and they fell short. Lucky y'all came up here and it wasn't the cold front left. They would have played in what it felt like today. They'd have been frozen fillet of fish.
Diaz I'm really having trouble wrapping my head around this. That they wouldn't, and I get it. $23 million a year is a lot to pitch one inning, but if you had him and Williams at the back end, it at least justifies where you're trying to go with the starters, and they still needed starters. Now, you desperately need starters. If you're Framber Valdez,
so now you got to overpay. Now you got to overpay for starters.
Exactly.
You need Matt Limp, so it all balances out anyway.
If you're Framber Valdez from the Astros, and you had your price set, price on the Mets, yesterday's price was not today's price, as you would say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's now problematic. You have to figure out a way to go on from that. And, does Cohen now just go nuts? Does Cohen try to bring in Scooble and Scrubel and Framber Valdez.
Yeah.
After you lose them like this, because this is,
billionaires don't take losing people to. And listen, in the back of his mind, all this is like, we can't waste Soto's prime. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Once you decide to sign Soto, all bets are off.
This is brutal. This is just brutal. This is crushing right now. And granted, I know it's only the winter meetings, and we can see how the rest of this plays out. But I genuinely believe that Diaz was going to be back.
Yeah, this makes the Gelbs call even that. We need him to calm down the Mets fans. We need to know the plan, Gelbs. I need to know what's going on.
All right, he's doing his stuff with SNY. We'll hopefully connect with him in the next hour. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. More of your reaction to Edwin Diaz gone. Kyle Schwarber is staying in Philly as Diaz joins the Dodgers.
Tuesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Will the Yankees or Mets make any moves during the winter meetings?
This is not the time to be shy. For the Yankees, now is the time. Right, got it. Everything you do now should be strictly to help Aaron Judge over the next couple years win a championship. That's it. Period. Stop.
Will Karl Anthony Towns be available for the Knicks tonight in the NBA Cup? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
When you're streaming Stranger Things on Netflix,
hurry! Okay, wait!
Don't take slow for an answer. Switch to Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. And this holiday season, get Netflix and so much more on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today.
Whoa, did you see that?
Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Netflix subscription required. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Carmelo Anthony here for DraftKings Sportsbook. An 82-game season, that's a grind. Trust me, I already know about that. The Emirates NBA Cup turns it up even more, and DraftKings Sportsbook lets you feel that fire every night. New customers, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
New DraftKings customers, the Emirates NBA Cup is turning up the heat, and DraftKings Sportsbook is there for all the action. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
That's right. News of the day, in case you're just joining us, Edwin Diaz is going to the Dodgers. The Mets have lost their closer, 3 years, $69 million. We will have more on it throughout the course of the hour and the day, as well as the winter meetings continue from Orlando. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York at noon. And what does that mean, Bartholomew?
It's the power hour, 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 hour. Hour.
Okay. All right. We will get back to it. We will get back to it. We will get back to it in a bit. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. So let's welcome in. We were talking a lot about the basketball and about Giannis and about the possibilities of what could transpire here in the coming weeks with him. Bobby Marks, ESPN NBA front office insider, joins us right now. Bobby, it's Chris, it's Bart in New York. We appreciate it. How you doing?
I'm good, guys. How we doing?
We're doing great. And, you know, this is going to be talked about until there's any kind of a resolution here. So just what is your big picture view about where things stand right now between Giannis and the Bucks and what the eventual outcome is here?
Yeah, I mean, listen, right now he's hurt, and we're not going to see him probably for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And I think by the time he comes back, this Milwaukee team was probably going to be, I don't want to say out of playoff contention, but certainly out of a team that can probably compete for a top 6 in the Eastern Conference here. And I think it's, you know, dating back to, I guess it was May, a lot of this is going to depend on what Giannis wants, right? Does he still feel that what he has in Milwaukee and maybe what they can do at the deadline and in the offseason, if that can change the landscape of the roster, and it certainly comes with challenges, or does he finally say, this is, I think it's best for both sides to kind of go in a different direction. If it's not, if it's not in the next two months, which, February 5th is the trade deadline, there will be a resolution sometime this summer because he's extension eligible on October 1st. So if you're not going to sign an extension, I think that almost would force Milwaukee's hand here. So we'll wait and see as far as, where this goes. Of course, you could say if he wasn't made available, all 29 teams would probably call on him. But I do think, considering that he would be going into technically the last year of his contract, he would certainly have a big say as far as what his next destination would be.
Bobby, all the people around here care about is how much does it take or what does it take to get him here while the iron is hot?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't have the draft picks that probably some other teams do. You don't have any first to trade. You have a pick from the Wizards this year, but you're not going to get it because it's not going to be conveyed. And you've got a couple swap rights and stuff, but I think it's a matter of it kind of reminds me a little bit, and I know the scenario is a little bit different, back in 2010 when New York had a pretty good roster and they went out and got Carmelo Anthony, and he basically gave up, I think, 5 players in that deal. You're second place in a wide open Eastern Conference. You could probably get to a conference finals based on what your roster is, but I think if he did become available, and he says, hey, I want to go play in New York. I think you're probably looking at Towns, probably Bridges. He can be traded February 1st. I think it's basically pick up multiple players on the roster, probably outside of Brunson here, and it's a matter of, does it make sense as far as moving off two of your good starters here for Giannis, and then the ability to have to commit to him for $275 this summer. It's not as cut and dry as it maybe sounds, even though as great as he is, a top 5 player in the NBA here, because as I said, you're taking away probably at least two core pieces of your roster.
Bobby Marks is with us, ESPN NBA front office insider. About the dynamic here, Bobby, Giannis has that leverage and power as a player where he can say, this is where I want to go, and the Bucks might be just left without much of a choice. How does that dynamic kind of play out in the league right now?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good question. It's interesting. Like, there are teams out there. You could take the approach where we don't have a commitment from him, but we're willing to trade for him and then basically use the next year to basically sell him on our city, on our roster, on our our ownership group, everything there. And that's the risk some teams will have to take. The summer of 2027, where if he became a free agent, is probably the next time, basically free agency opens again with a lot of marquee players out there. So there will be certainly, but that's 2 years from now. There'll certainly be a waiting list here, but there's a risk involved as far as if you want to do that. When I was in New Jersey, and I know Darren Williams is not a status of Giannis, we traded for Darren Williams, who's a top-level point guard, and without the knowing that he would commit long-term. I do think what happens when teams do that, though, is that it puts a lot of pressure on your organization, and sometimes you go out and make trades and try to improve your roster that are a little bit short-sighted. I think it's a risk that teams would have to weigh if there's a feeling that they can get him, to commit long-term.
Now, that's the poison pill from Giannis' standpoint. But could teams like the Spurs or Miami get involved in this in a heavy way, especially the Spurs, right? Because they're an international brand as well. You have Wemby, but we're kind of joking that maybe you can get OKC involved so that he wouldn't go to the Spurs. And so that that you can kind of keep him separate from the Spurs, maybe help the Knicks out because they got 1,000 draft picks, how they can work that out, and can OKC be the third team, not for themselves, but to facilitate that Giannis doesn't come to the West.
Yeah. I mean, I think for Oklahoma City, we saw it last year with how Utah made a trade last year with Phoenix, where they basically consolidated some of their draft picks for a future pick, and it's well documented how many picks Oklahoma City has. I think potentially they could have 3 first-round picks, including a Clipper pick this year, which could be awfully good. And they've got some future picks outgoing. So I think if we ever get to that point, I think it's hard for me to believe it would be kind of a 2-team deal as far as the magnitude of whether it be the money or the magnitude of the lack of draft assets a team might have. I think Miami will keep an eye on them. We talked about it and we wrote about it yesterday as far as what will happen with Terry Rozier, the ability to trade his contract, which is the $27 million expiring contract, which is a big number if you were ever wanted to get involved in Giannis here as far as what they have to offer. It's certainly a storyline we'll follow. We're probably about less than 2 months away from the deadline.
Well, as you look at it at this point, Bobby, before the season, I think we all felt it was probably more likely that something wouldn't happen until after the year. Do you think it's become a lot more likely that Giannis gets moved before the deadline?
It's hard to put a number on. I would just say that it's a lot harder, and I know Jimmy got traded, Butler got traded last year, and Luka certainly here. I do think it's harder to maneuver trades of this magnitude during the regular season. I think, the deadline is not the halfway point, but really there's only a quarter of the season left. And if you're a team like New York, and if the goal is to win a championship, there does come a risk of trying to integrate that player to your roster for the last 20 to 25 games. Because remember, the East is only going to get better next year, certainly with Tatum back and Halliburton back here. So here's your window here. So there's that risk reward where, yeah, we can maybe get a player like him, but does that automatically guarantee us getting to an NBA Finals?
What does staying the course for the course do as far as keeping the continuity, and how does that affect a player like Cat? Because we assume, maybe I'm totally off base, that if it is going to be a move made, it's going to involve Cat.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing is kind of, trying to, I guess, block out distractions as far as, if they're, we hear more trade speculation over the next 2 weeks here. I think as is constructed right now, I do think this roster is good enough to get to a conference finals and perhaps an NBA finals. I think the big question moving forward, and this is probably more of a summer question as far as what happens with Mitchell Robinson, who's in the last year of his deal. You have the Bridges extension will start to kick in. Financially, it becomes a little bit more tougher to retain Robinson. That would probably be a question if they were struggling here. Do you move off him at the deadline? Which I don't think you can, because I think he's been so good for you. So yeah, I think it's kind of business as usual. I think you certainly want to get some more flexibility. You're only $148,000 below the second apron to maybe go out and sign a 15th player earlier than April right now. But I do think, I think Mike has done a good job. Mike Brown's done a good job inheriting a roster that there was a lot of expectations for. And so we'll see. I think, as I said, any of the, not just New York, I think all 29 teams would be active in a situation like this.
Because Cat probably up. I think he's up in a year or two for an extension as well.
Yeah, he's actually in the same situation as Giannis is. He's got 3 years left on his deal. The last year's a player option. He can be one of. Listen, there's a marquee list of players who could become free agents in the summer of 2027. I mean, it's like an all NBA team as far as potential guys. And I think for New York's perspective here, they're going to be faced with the same decision that Milwaukee is, or maybe reversal with are they comfortable extending Cat this summer? Because I'm sure that's something that he's going to want to do.
Because what I was talking about is the fact that we know that Brunson took the discount because he thought that he can win a championship. At some point, he's not going to be the guy that keeps taking the deal for the team. At some point, he's going to want to be the highest paid player, or one of the highest paid players in his position. How does that play into the future thoughts going forward?
Yeah, I mean, especially that, in 2027, Carl's got a $61 million player option, and, he can certainly rip that up and extend for more. But if you're Jalen, who's the third highest paid player on the roster, it's looking at, hey, we've all kind of sacrificed a little bit here as far as what we've given back to basically keep this roster intact. And I think that's the aprons, right? The aprons that we've talked about that are punitive basically give teams a 2 to 3 year shelf life as far as how their rosters stay together. This Knicks roster is not going to be able to stay together for the next 3 or 4 years here, just based on the rising cost to keep everyone.
Bobby, great stuff. We appreciate the insight, man. Thanks for a few minutes.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Bobby Marks, ESPN NBA front office insider. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, over on YouTube as well. A lot of chatter, as you would imagine, right now on YouTube, Bart, about Edwin Diaz gone now to the Dodgers. For those who are just joining us, that is the story of the day. Happened about an hour ago. Just texted with Steve Gelbs. He's going to try to pop on before the end of the show, but he's going live on SNY as we speak. Want to get his take on how this went down. And exactly, I would love to know where the Mets' offer was, because he ends up getting 3 years and $69 million from the Dodgers. And obviously that hurts on a couple of fronts. Number one, 69 for 3 is a big number for a closer. Is it outlandish? No, the Mets could pay that. The Mets could definitely pay that if they wanted to.
It's the new standard, but that's what I'm saying. What is his vision, right? We knew what his vision was last year, what he was willing to allocate towards starting pitching, and we thought because it worked out before that it was going to work out again last year. It was an utter disaster from the beginning, right? And we're being saved by our bullpen and our starters, but then when it went bad and the guys got hurt, it all tumbled down. So, he was giving him tremendous credit. Remember we were talking about Alcantara, right? And how do we do – is Alcantara somebody that you consider trying to bring over? Like,
here's the problem down there is they haven't given any indication that they want to trade him, and they have tried to put out this farce of an idea that they're going to spend money this year, like the Marlins are. So, the last thing that you could do at that point is to trade Alcantara, who's already on a reasonable contract.
But that's why last year we were so adamant about, hey man, this is a good contract. Let's see if we can get it done. And now they want to spend money, and maybe not. Last year he was available if the deal was right, and now it's a totally different thing.
Listen, I don't. If you can start to talk about Alcantara, I'm interested. If you can talk about Scrubble, I'm interested. If you want to pay Framber Valdez, I really like him. I've always liked him. I think he'd be great with the Mets.
Nasty. Get him Chapman vibes.
Really?
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
I thought you meant Chapman vibes from a bad way.
No. Try to hit his catcher in the chest with the ball.
He did.
Yeah. Dude got a lot of jerk in him. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that type of fire and desire.
Yeah, a little anger to him, a little edge. That's not the worst thing in the world. Let's hit Tom in Franklin, New Jersey next. ESPN New York, 800-919-3776 on Diaz leaving. Tom, what's up?
Happy holidays. First off, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm literally sick to my stomach. It was probably the last thing that I wanted to hear today, this morning. But I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not surprised, and I have a little thought. Just wanted you guys to hear me out because when Cohen first got this team, I got to be honest. I was right on board. I felt strong about it, and I thought maybe hopefully with the Wilpons basically gone, something was going to turn around, and we definitely did see some sorts of Cohen making a stand. But I got to be honest, once David Stearns came, and I do like the guy, I do, but it just seems like, and especially with these winter meetings just starting, and him having that interview and basically saying, hey, Pete knows us, and we're not really willing to talk. And it just seems like that Stearns just kind of wants to go more of a younger route. I mean, he doesn't really seem to want to extend anyone. He doesn't want to sign, big contracts, long-term contracts, which I do understand to a certain extent. But, I mean, how much longer are we going to wait? I mean, these Dodgers, unless baseball gets put to a halt next year, I don't know what's going to happen because, you got to start spending money. And I know that Cohen, especially you guys talk about, Cohen's of an older age, he wants to win. But it seems like, in a way, he kind of put himself more into the casino type thing, trying to get that done.
I like he Jerry Jones.
Yeah, we're not that bad,
Yeah. So it's just that's just really it. It just seems like, not that Steve doesn't want to win, but it seems like, I can dabble in this casino thing a little bit, make some money here and there. And then, the fan base kind of suffers a little bit. He tweets every now and then stating, I'm here, I care, but Tom, I don't know.
I don't know how you can question Steve Cohen as an owner.
Especially not at the Soto.
This is not the Wilpons, okay? It's not. You cannot question the willingness to spend the money when you gave Soto $765 million. You can't do it. I don't know how you would ever question it, his desire to win. The guy does everything he can, and he and his wife build incredible relationships with those players. And they treat them like gold.
Bringing in Verlander and Scherzer, that was going for it. That was spending money. It wasn't spent wisely, but it was spent.
Yeah. And listen, we talk about this with Cashman. For the Mets, it's a little more baby steps here because for a while it was we're not spending money. Then Cohen took over. Now it's we're spending money. Some of it has been in the right spots. Some of it hasn't. But it's not like Cashman where you can find dead wood on virtually every Yankee roster over the last 15 years. You can find real dead wood that's just killing you. I don't know that that's the kind of problem that Cohen has right now. And I'm sure that's not what he wants to run into. He doesn't want to have that at all. But if they're going to be competitive in the National League, the Dodgers are a big part of that. And they just stole your closer. And the rich get richer. So what are you going to do about it? This is a question that is being asked in the room right now. What are we going to do about it? And they're looking through all the different scenarios to present themselves to them, but they don't have the answer to it yet. Good talk. All right, how about Richard in Manhattan?
Richard.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh,
I forgot
maybe
to
the
hit
Dodgers
the alarm.
should have just.
I
The
thought this
Dodgers
was
might have did what the Yankees. Chris, but the Dodgers should have done what the Yankees did 40 years ago. They put Rigetti in relief. Maybe the Dodgers should have put Yamamoto in relief. But anyway, the big story, I think this would be incredible. First of all, this NFL season is unlike any I've ever seen. You still got 21 teams in the hunt. I think if Kansas City runs the table, Bart, they will still get in the playoffs if they go 10-7. But the biggest story, and I mean I would watch this, all the money pay-per-view, I would pay more to watch this than the Super Bowl. If Phillip Rivers comes back and plays for Indianapolis, I think that would be the greatest story in sports.
How about this?
11-5 last time.
Pat McAfee posted on Twitter just a little while ago, and he's obviously very plugged in with the Colts, that Daniel Jones was going to have his surgery today on the Achilles, and that he expected that Phillip Rivers would get announced as the Colts quarterback.
That's unbelievable. That's must-see TV, Chris. I don't care what anyone says. I will pay. I will go through anything to watch Phillip Rivers. He's been in the room, 5 years, 4 years?
Here's the other thing.
We're going to hold you to that, Richard.
He's a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
That gets that thrown out the window. Does this actually help Eli?
He loves foosball. Right? Could help Eli.
Honestly, does it? Anybody that was going to vote for him maybe going to do this?
Yeah, Eli's ahead of him. Yeah. No, I hear you.
No, Eli is ahead of him, but what I'm saying is, it's
still
like
a couple votes.
It's like when somebody drops out of the race in the election. Who's getting their votes? That's what they want. That's what they want to know.
Phillip Rivers. This could open up Pandora's box. Who's next? Who's next to unretire? Ben Roethlisberger. I've been taking stem cells for 3 years. I'm 25 years old again. They ain't tested me in 3 years, baby. I've been in Europe, in Russia. I got it right.
And then in week 4, he'll look like a dead man. Just a dead body out there.
I need my juice. Give me my shot.
Give me my juice.
This is going to be interesting, though. I mean, last time he was there, he threw for, they were 11-5.
Yeah.
Now he has a run game. This would be amazing.
He's literally coming off the couch.
This would be amazing because they can't afford to lose anytime soon. It's not like they got a dominant defense we just hand the ball off. We just do the old fake punt. Man, they got to learn this. Man, this is amazing. This is amazing. This it's crazy that it's come this far. They've fallen this far. They were the number one odds.
How can this happen?
I don't know.
How can you take a guy who's 44 and I'm sure he has some kind of relationship.
It has to be some type of history.
He had been there with the Colts before.
Yeah, but it has to be something with the history of this offense that he knows that he can walk right in and be able to call the plays and understand what's going on. It has to be something like that. It's like if Rex called me. I know all the plays. My body might not move the way it used to, but I know all the plays. This is fascinating because you can't get hit. Aaron Rodgers, hold my beer. The League of Old Men.
How about James in Lake Grove next? ESPN New York. James, what's going on?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. So I have a hypothetical I want to ask you with Notre Dame's AD speaking at 2 o'clock today. Are we living in a world where by 2030 there could be a Mountain West, a Sun Belt, and a SWAC, but no Pac-12 or ACC anymore if they disband? Florida State, Clemson can renegotiate their contracts in 2 years. Are we looking at an ACC that's about to get picked down to the bone by the bigger conferences?
I think you're looking at a lot of situations like that. I think
it could be the new Big East.
It's not even that.
That's what I'm saying. What happens to the Big East?
What's going to happen now is this is just going to turn into a giant mess. It's going to be two massive conferences. It might even just be college football,
and two little ones.
It might even just be no conferences at all, and they just have the money for the television deals straight across the board. down the line.
Even revenue share like the league? Well, I'd probably
is
negotiate
any of
some
it going to
smaller
shock
ones.
you?
No.
Now, you can't have a full-on haves and have-nots because the diversity.
But revenue sharing, though.
But no, I'm saying, but even the revenue sharing among 68 teams in the Power Four, if that's what we're talking about,
yeah,
like there's still going to be a massive dichotomy between what some schools get and what other schools get.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be like the mid-majors, but they'll take care of the little schools, the JMUs of the world. You know what I mean? The Western Kentuckys of the world. They'll be, you know what they'll become? They'll become breeder programs. I heard the coach from Nevada talking about, hey, you come here, you get developed, you go get a $4 million NIL deal. So basically it becomes the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Right, from Oregon. Basically it becomes the minor leagues, right? The haves and has not. It becomes the minor leagues, and you move up from going with one of these mid-majors. If you're a guy that can't get to the big time immediately, you come here, get developed, and we have pipelines where those teams and then you let those teams have to face each other. You know what I mean? You get those guys. Those are the guys that play in the bowl games, right? Because you'll never make it to the playoffs. So you go play in these bowl games, and that's how your team make this money, and y'all become super teams, just like the D1AA kind of used to be. D1AA used to be the place where guys that got either kicked out of school or had to drop down because they were running out of eligibility and wanted to play, get film out there, would drop down and play. You know what I mean? You think about Kurt Warner, you think about Rodney Harris, you think about all those guys, Walter Payton, right? These guys in D1AAs. Jerry Rice, D1AAs.
Yep. Listen, it is a feeder already, and it's only going to lead more and more into that, and the money is just going to get more and more absurd.
Feeders for coaches, too.
The ESPN New York holiday party is almost here, Bart. Both the Michael Kay Show and Don Hahn and Rosenberg are bringing the holiday cheer at your mother's house, Garden City Park, Long Island. It's this Friday, December 12th. We're once again collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off at 1 p.m. this Friday, December 12th, at your mother's house. For more information and to purchase VIP access, check out the ESPN New York app. It's brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid, made for big city social stamina.
Tuesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Will the Yankees or Mets make any moves during the winter meetings?
Like, this is not the time to be shy. For the Yankees, now is the time.
Right, got it.
Everything you do now should be strictly to help Aaron Judge over the next couple of years win a championship. That's it. Period. Stop.
Will Karl Anthony Towns be available for the Knicks tonight in the NBA Cup? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. The holiday party is coming up, and I don't know if you know about the holidays, but if you look at Michael K., you know it's the holidays, because today he's very Christmassy today, Bart. He is in studio today. He's got a lovely red, what is that called? A scarf with a red sweater, turtleneck, full-on red turtleneck. You are the season. You are the epitome of the season.
He's so happy
Well,
today.
I wish I could talk to Bart, but there's no plug for me to put my headset on, so I can't hear him.
Hang on a second here. He's saying you're happy. That's all right.
Yeah, I know. He's so happy.
No, there's only the big jack. This is a little jack.
I can hear him. Only the big jack for you though. Yeah, I'll tell you what. He's.
Give me your little jack.
I just wondered. First of all, Mike, okay, I grew up under the pretense in all the movies where they had great Christmas parties.
That's not good.
No,
I
this
probably
is
should have
good.
said it like that.
No, it's fine.
No, here. Say this, take that.
Okay.
Put this.
We Gucci?
Here, like that. There we go.
Radio,
Everybody hears
radio
everybody.
one-on-one.
That's gold.
I say I grew up
That's
in
why
the
we're
Christmas
number one.
parties. I grew up in the Christmas parties,
still
you know
don't
what I'm
hear
saying, back in the day where they
Nothing?
used to.
No.
Well,
All right,
just
give me a second here, Bart. We got it.
just
Oh,
interpret
now we
for him.
do. Now we got him. Now
Just
we got
interpret for him.
I got you, Bart.
All right.
I grew up on the Christmas parties from the 70s and 80s, man. That there used to be like the Xerox machine, and they would Xerox stuff to each other to have fun, man. Like now, I'm afraid to go to Christmas parties, man.
So I guess the question is, on Friday at the Christmas party, will you put your bare ass on a Xerox machine at your mother's house out on Garden City Park?
You asking me?
Yes, that's right.
Other side.
Other side.
Yeah.
Oh, you really
That's what
want
I'm
to give them
talking
a show.
about.
Yeah.
The Franken Bings.
I thought you had to pay double for that.
Well, you know what? I'm in a Christmas giving mood.
It's half off.
This Edwin Diaz thing is not good. This is not good.
There has to be a lot of layers to it because, first of all, the Mets can afford that.
Yes.
Right? Either he didn't want to go there, he didn't like it there anymore, or they don't want him.
I mean, 3 for 69 does not. But why?
How does
why
the Devin
wouldn't
Williams?
you want him? When you have not done the right things with the starting pitching, and you paid Devin Williams, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but I said this last week. When Devin Williams signed with the Mets, I'm okay paying Devin Williams closer money to be a setup guy, but not to be a closer.
Well, that also doesn't make sense because, for $18 million more, you'd have Edwin Diaz and not Devin Williams.
Right.
51 to 69.
I could understand going with and having those two on the back end of the bullpen when David Stearns' approach has been not to want to pay starting pitching for a long time.
Well, here's what I'm going to talk a lot on the show about. I don't know if David Stearns is the guy to be a GM for a guy where money doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's used to Mark Atanasio, who has, a limited budget in Milwaukee. Steve Cohen is 69 years old.
Yeah.
He wants to build a replica of the Dodgers. The Dodgers will pay anything for anybody. But you have a GM who's thinking like, well, that's not worth. Well, what does it matter?
Right.
What does it mean? You have an owner. It doesn't
That's
matter.
your money.
It's interesting. You know who was like that?
Who?
Glenn Sather. Remember Glenn Sather used to be up in Edmonton as the GM up there and obviously put together amazing teams. But he used to talk about, if I could ever be the GM of the Rangers and have unlimited funds, I'd be unbelievable. And then he got here and he wasn't for a really long time.
I think it's in their DNA. I mean, that's the way they operate. And, the marching orders, I want to be the Dodgers of the East. But, you could build the farm system, whatever the case may be. But if you don't want to give starters long-term contracts, you're not going to get the best starters. And if you're all of a sudden getting thrifty with Edwin Diaz, and you could say, well, why wouldn't they want him? Nobody knows the player better than the people that had him.
That's true.
He's been up and down. Good one year, bad the next. Good one year, bad the next.
Well, he was awful in 2019, but he's been
I think he's
terrific.
been pretty good since. Other than obviously
the
injury.
injury. That's what. Yeah.
And that was a dumb thing that happened. It was just one of those bad luck things.
It cost Buck his job.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It did.
But I'll tell you what, I think it puts more pressure on them now to sign Alonso because Met fans are red hot.
But does it put more pressure on them to sign Alonso, or does it put more pressure on them to sign at least one starter like Valdez and maybe still really look hard at the Skubal deal?
Well, maybe they can get King for 4 years.
Yeah.
Because he's 31 years old. And I think they're going to go out and get Suarez because I don't think they can go into the season and say Devin Williams is the closer.
No.
Can we look at this as the opportunity that we saw the Yankees do when they lost Soto last year and they went out and spending kind of like in spite of, let me show you what we'll do then. We'll spend money on all these players and look what we got.
It's a good point, Bart. They have to have a plan B. They can't be caught with their pants down like, Chris is going to be at the holiday party. But the bottom line is you've got to pivot now. You lost your closer. And I believe everybody looked at it as insurance. I believe they signed Devin Williams because they knew they weren't going to be able to sign Edwin Diaz.
Speaking of holiday parties, Michael Kay is with us. He used to, in his single days, have a holiday party at his home, and it was the social event of the year for anybody in sports media. And I'm not exaggerating because I know that you stopped doing it.
I hope it wasn't even.
It got very political, right? Like, people were really upset when they wouldn't get invited.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'd have people go, why didn't you invite me? And I'd have to go, I don't like you. But there were 300 people there each year.
Yes.
Oh, God. I'm
in my house, Bart.
I'm glad you didn't say baby oil. That's all I was like, oh, God, please don't say baby oil.
I don't know if you know this. In the documentary about
Surviving
Michael,
K.
50 Cent is actually there talking quite a bit extensively about Michael.
Now, Bart, have you watched the documentary on Diddy?
I have not.
Wow.
I have not.
It's powerful.
Yeah. Really?
Is it better than the R. Kelly? Listen, you never want an enemy in Curtis Jackson. I mean, it was no length petty he will not go to be able to take advantage of the situation.
You know what I like about 50?
Yeah.
Because
you
I feel
say 50, 50,
No, but
50.
I feel dumb being like a 64-year-old white guy going 50. I just do. But so I'll say Curtis Jackson
50?
is he did all his interviews, right?
Yeah.
On ABC stations. And you know why he did that?
Yep.
Because he found out that in prisons they only play ABC.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he wanted Diddy to see the interviews.
Oh,
I mean, that's
amazing.
spite to a level.
That is K-spite right there.
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
And he sent Diddy some flowers.
Wow.
In prison.
Wow.
I'll tell you what.
How long is the doc?
I watched the first episode. There are a couple more episodes, but he's got a lot of enemies. So a lot of people have stepped up to tell stories.
So where is it? What streaming service is it on?
It's Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
And is it one of those things where there's only one out right now, and then you have to wait another week?
You could stream them.
You could stream the whole thing.
Yeah, they're all out.
I wonder if Netflix steps up after Paramount trying to big boy him. Like, nah, man, big bank take a little bank.
Hey, that's as they say, this is a swinging contest.
Yeah, it really is.
We'll see who swings the hardest.
The one thing I was going to ask you, unfortunately, you put it that way too. What I was going to ask you is, what was the biggest incident that ever happened at one of your holiday parties? You don't have to name names, but I'd prefer that you did. Or the most embarrassing moment, or something, not for you, but for somebody.
Well, I remember Sterling had just got married.
Yeah.
Right? And so it was a 3-floor townhouse that I lived in. And he would just go to different floors than his wife, who's his ex-wife now.
Oh.
He would go to different floors than his wife.
Yeah. I said, where's Jennifer? I believe she's in the basement. And he's like on the first floor. And then, there's things I can't say on the air that happened too.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of stories.
I can't wait for this 30 for 30.
I do know that there was someone who fell down some stairs one time, but it wasn't. Nobody got hurt.
Well, at my wedding, one of my college buddies.
Yeah.
We had an after party. I had the wedding at the Plaza, so we had an after party at the bar on the second floor. And he's coming down the marble steps, and he took a misstep, and he ripped his whole quad and had to be rushed to the hospital.
Oh.
So we remember February 11th for that.
Oh.
I felt so sorry for him. Otherwise, it was a pretty good party.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln.
Gotta sign that NDA, baby, before you come in.
Did you have NDAs?
No. You know, it's funny. The Post, right, wrote that Steven Tyler was with the band. Mm-hmm. Total lies.
He wasn't there?
Unbelievable. And, people told us, let them take pictures, the Post, because otherwise they'll be nasty. So we had a photographer come in, and they took a picture of Jody and me. And then the headline was Beauty and the Beast. So they really pulled their punch. It's nice.
And did you, I honestly, I would have sued right down in there.
One of the funny things is that they also said that Bernie Williams played with the band, right?
Yeah.
And, the next morning we had a breakfast, right? And Tina was at the party, as at the wedding, Tino Martinez, and he was reading the paper, and he looked at me, he goes, you know what's sad about the story? I said, what? He goes, Bernie's going to actually think he was here.
Michael is coming up at 1 o'clock, and he will have you covered from pillar to post on the winter meetings. Bart and Carlin, more to do, 800-919-3776 on the ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Holiday cheer starts here. Stop by participating Optimum stores through December 20th for giveaways and Saturday visits with Santa and friends. Visit Optimum.com/Santa to learn more.
Brees Hall, the I-back, at the 5-yard line. Handoff, Brees Hall finds a crease, runs left. He's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, come out to MetLife Stadium for a Week 17 divisional matchup. See the New York Jets host the New England Patriots Sunday, December 28th at 1 p.m. Presented by Ticketmaster. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports? Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. 800-919-3776. Listen, the fact that Diaz is now gone and he has joined the Dodgers is just an absolute killer. But, I mean, if Michael's right in what he's saying, that, you know, the team that knows him the best is the one that he was just with, and they know what where all the warts are, so to speak, and they just decided to let him go. I mean, like, that's tough to take.
Well, that's ballsy when he's pitching against you in the postseason. Right, that's a calculated risk. And, I'm sure the Dodgers are a team that does their due diligence. I'm assuming they do because they've had number of success with free agents. So it's something that, sometimes you have to let good players go and have a vision. And maybe, they saw something or know something that we don't know. But it's still a hard pill to swallow.
Here you go.
Who they go into.
Joel Sherman says the Mets' offer for Diaz was 3 for $66.
Oh, he left for $3 million.
With modest deferrals. And the Mets expressed that there was wiggle room to go higher, but Diaz still went to the Dodgers.
So that means he wanted a chance to win a championship. He feels like, of course the Dodgers are closer to a championship because they won it. But, he may want an opportunity to live in L.A., warm weather, and guaranteed reservation for the postseason. I mean, I'm sure that this year took a lot out of him. The fact that, they acquired the big fish and still didn't go anywhere, I can understand that. If all things being equal, going out to L.A., the weather, people don't understand. People love living out in that type of weather. Mm-hmm. And it's the city's just as big as New York. Has all the things to offer. Just instead of Wall Street, you have Hollywood, and I can get that. Then that just tells me that he's trying to win a championship, and he feels like he has a better chance to probably be in a championship the next 2 out of 3 years, potentially.
Here's Kevin in Queens next on ESPN New York. Kevin, what's going on?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking the call.
You got it. What's going on?
Listen. Yeah, not much. Just heard the news. Saw the news come through on my phone as a Mets fan. Thanks, guys, for providing that information from Joe Sherman, because I didn't know what the Mets had offered. It kind of breaks down to a little bit more than per annual than what his contract that he just opted out of. I think he was getting like $20 million. He's going to get like 22, 23 per, something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know if he wanted to go because LA's warmer, nicer. We didn't make the playoffs. It's just, as a fan, it stinks. And I really hope that that's what the Mets offered. There was more wiggle room, because it just smells like, I don't want to blame David Stearns because, again, he signed for 3 years. Not like he signed for like a 5-year deal, but it does suck. Yeah, we got Devin Williams, and we may now go get Fairbanks or Suarez or whatever those guys are. But this guy is still at the top of his game. This guy's still, to me, one of the top closers, elite closers. He wasn't slowing down. He rebounded nicely off of the year that he missed. This guy is still in his prime. So it does hurt, and then we lose him to the Dodgers. Like, he could have went anywhere else in the AL. He had to go to the Dodgers. I don't know. It just seems like I don't know. I don't know if we made strong enough push. That's what I don't know. Let's see if reports come out how hard we went after him. But this hurts, man. Like, losing Nimmo, now we lose this guy. It's like, what's the plan here? You know what I mean? Like, this guy doesn't want to go after starting pitching, give big contracts out to starting pitchers. So we got to see what they're going to do. We have Uncle Stevie's big pockets, but, we got to – this hurts, man. This hurts. This sucks.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice, and I understand it, because this is somebody who I think was – I'm sorry. I know that people saying it's a little more up and down. I don't feel like it was up and down. I feel like after that first year, for the most part, Edwin Diaz was pretty damn good. Like, this is a real loss to me, and I know people are upset about it. This is what Andy Martino had to say about this. Clearly, David Stearns is ambitious about winning, and this is one piece of a larger plan. We don't know the whole plan yet. We're hearing all kinds of things on what the Mets might be up to at the winter meetings. I'm not so worried about the Mets being a worse team because they lost Diaz. They're smart people. They'll probably figure that out, but I'm certainly acknowledge he is a tough player for fans to say goodbye to. That's from Andy. Now, listen, Andy is a very logical, plugged-in guy. So when he says that, it makes me think that, you're going to see something pretty big come up here over the next few days. And I personally have to believe it has a lot more to do with the starting pitching right now. The winter meetings report is presented by Amazon Pickup. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations near you. Listen, if it now means that the Mets are going to spend on Valdez or they're going to trade for Struble, not just because they weren't going to before, but they're going to make that a bigger priority.
But who's your closer? Who's your closer then?
Well, right now it's Devin Williams. Right now your closer is Devin Williams. And he's been very good in the role before, but you talk about up and down, we saw that up close and personal. And we obviously also saw him in the postseason against Pete Alonso. And the people are going to scream now more about
can they lose both?
Alonso coming back. I mean, they're not going to go.
Why? You're not saving that much money by not signing him, especially if you allocate that money somewhere else. I don't think this means that Alonso is safe.
I don't think they're going 5 years on Alonso.
Yeah. I mean, if you get Tucker and Struble, okay.
I don't think you're going to get Tucker, though. Man. This sucks. There's no getting around it. This sucks. I really feel for him at this point. Because that was one that if he just – that sounds to me like he just decided he didn't want to be here versus L.A. That's it. Right?
I mean, do you blame him? Like an opportunity to win a championship and the money's the same and you play and you're in L.A.? Remember, the reason why the league is missing out on free agents and the Dodgers aren't is because of their location. Has nothing to do with the organizations, maybe a little bit, but, I mean, rather it's the international players, that's what people love.
All right, my man, that will do it for us today. We will see you here tomorrow, Bart and Carlin, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. But right up next is the Michael K. Show, who has got you covered all of the next couple of hours on the winter meetings, and then Don Hahn and Rosenberg later this afternoon, right here on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page.
Tuesday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. Will the Yankees or Mets make any moves during the